Alright, so welcome back, everyone, to session 11 of our Heart of Mora campaign. Yes. So to recap from where we were last time, Kushagra had been captured, tortured, in order to extract information regarding the whereabouts of a mysterious object. After leading a Knight of Avondale to the docks to recover the object, Kushagra noticed Usk, and later the rest of the group, and chose to give the signal to Usk, of which he kind of snuck around to a stealthy position, and then promptly knocked Romanius into the water at the first opportune moment, creating a bit of a scuffle. Attempting to escape the small scuffle, he broke free, and which resulted in Usk beheading a guard and fleeing the scene. Timdell hiding a fake object, basically, that you guys had made out of a regular sword that she disguised as the Whisper's Edge, hiding that briskly under the docks while the scuffle was going on, upon which a guard was able to recover it. Kushagra, attempting to flee still, was hit by a very powerful spell cast from Romanius, which left him dying on the ground next to Davina, who had fake fainted in order to avoid any, implications in this scuffle. Eventually, she was kind of alerted to the situation and the guards talking and everything and able to save Kushagra, but not before his teeth had melted out of his head.
Nice.
Romanius, distracted by the recovery of the package and the circumstances of the situation, left Kushagra with a very small window of opportunity to escape, in which he was able to outrun and evade the guards and hide and escape, of which Timdell and Lucian kind of followed around the guards and eventually came across Kushagra and were able to escort him out of town to the edge of the Tolga Woods north of the city, while Barrett and Davina and Usk were left to stumble around in their own directions. Davina getting escorted to the Hunter's Lodge by a guard, enjoying a nice bath and some lunch before heading back to the Faded Breast, and Barrett being left with Lucian's spellbook and the Whisper's Edge, headed back to the Faded Breast, seeing basically Kushagra die and everyone scatter around, thinking himself now alone. The Whisper's Edge began to call to him, of which he answered this willingly, and found himself in its grasp before being snapped out of it and having a small discussion with the Tanda before Lucian and Timdell arrive at the Faded Breast to inform him of the circumstance with Kushagra and also understand that he had freely let himself potentially be taken by the sword. Angrily stormed up to a room and began to tinker away. While that was happening, Davina arrived shortly after and was brought up to speed of the events, and worried about Timdell, headed upstairs to find her furiously tinkering away at something, allowing her inside. Timdell, not willing to talk, decided to shove some tools into Davina's hand and wordlessly ask her to help, essentially. Usk, fleeing the scene, swam down to the south shore, where finally finding himself at least in a favorable position and outside of, eye line, brought himself up onto the rocks, began to pull the very many bolts that lay in his body out of him and take a bit of a rest, while Kushagra also laying up in a tree, taking a rest from the circumstances as well. Usk lay basking in the sun, open wounds, you kind of eyes close as you soak in the warmth of the day. It is about noon, 1 o'clock or so, before you hear this kind of like, you feel this kind of weird pecking, and you realize that there is a seagull pecking at one of your open wounds, just kind of like, as you kind of eyes like, blinks open and it kind of rolls over and you catch eyes with the seagull, who just kind of stops and then immediately goes back to picking.
Come on.
See the little bits of meat just kind of like dangling in its kind of bloodied up snout, beak, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep. I just shake the bird off.
Flies away.
Yeah.
You look ahead, and on the rock just above you, you see about 8 just sitting out right by you. All this kind of looking stillness.
I love how it's like knights, terrified, seagulls, ready.
Seagulls have more.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to like climb onto like the highest rock I can see and see what I can like get a view of my surroundings.
Okay. So many kind of
Climb up to the
birds all flutter away as you climb up. So as you look out, you see to your north, you see the the Heart of Mora, thick jungle, and then rolling mountains that extend high up beyond your viewpoint and then silhouetting in the sky. And then to the south of you, the vast ocean of which you crossed to get to the Heart of Mora. I guess looking out to the ocean to your left, you see the long beach that extends out and some mountains blocking off where Jounder's Beach does lie miles down the road. And then as you look around, you see the town, the fortress that's standing in its center, the top of the church. Say for the sake of it, you kind of hear in the distance like gong, gong, the last few strokes of the bell. I'll say it's about 1 o'clock at this point.
AM or PM?
PM.
Yeah, that all took place in the morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, you got whipped at 6,
Morning.
down by the docks by 9.
Yeah.
All right. Sleep in a tree by...
Like 1.
I imagine I'm able to see the port. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So, how many ships are in the port?
There is the one frigate and the Breath of Arga,
Okay, so just
with its broken mast still in. It hasn't seen any repairs yet. It's still in the sea, like scorch marks across it. It looks worse for wear right now. Still.
any other like smaller vessels cruising around, fishermen.
I would say roll me a perception check.
Eight.
You look around, and you notice there's a few ships. They're less than ships, more boats, all of which seem to be docked right now. You look out to your left towards that little bay that's offset from, like, to the south of where the city is, where there is, like, a little beach there. And you kind of look down, and there seems to be nobody currently at it right now, but a single rowboat in the middle of the bay with a single person just in it. Probably, maybe about 200 or 300 feet away from where you're currently laying. See him just kind of rowing out.
How are you?
Tired of the water. What happened last time? I want to make my way towards like the edge of town, like the very, very edge, like towards like a wood line or something.
Okay, so for what you can see, let's see here.
Cool, throw up a patch.
Show me tits.
Yeah, I guess so.
Exactly. Should open my eyes.
So you're again around
Yes.
around here, standing up on these rocks approximately.
Yeah.
And so looking around, your closest ease, there's these little docks here that have little ships on them, right? Little boats, little fishing boats and such.
Okay.
And so the easiest way would be to skirt around probably through these farms, unless you wanted to go as far as over here, which the beginning of these trees essentially is where the Hunter's Woods kind of start.
Mm-hmm.
And then up to the north here is the Tulga Woods.
Gotcha.
So it'd take you probably to go around about maybe an hour, hour and a half.
Right.
Bruce, were you there about the conversation? Were you there during the conversation about the hidden church?
Oh yeah. Very sure.
I think Gavin left midway, but you
I think
knew
he did
about
too.
It was the morning
about
conversation you guys were
rebels.
having, and then basically it ended more or less where Atanda and her sister went back upstairs, discovered the bed, and then he was like, "All right, peace."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I want to make my way towards the farm areas.
Okay. Are you trying to stay out of sight, or just kind of mosey in?
My plan of action would be to go through the water at neck level.
Okay.
And just kind of swim to across the beach.
Okay.
And then climb up on the far side of the beach.
All right. We'll say, for the sake of it, a stealth check, and as you kind of look down at the water, look at the wounds, The birds all just like scoping you out still,
It's a 9.
and sink you down in. As you're going down the rocks, you slip a little bit and splash before making your way and swimming across. As you're doing it, you catch a glimpse of the fisherman looking at you as he's kind of casting his line, and you hear the kind of like about 20 or so feet away from you as you come up for a bit of air, and he kind of to go back down. So he does seem to notice you, but eventually you go across the beach, crawl out onto the sand, warm sun. It's fine. There's not a lot of people around at the moment, though. You can see people like working in the field of the farm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like try and stay out of sight, moving through, like,
To the north,
yeah,
or over,
yeah, like right on the very edge of like farmlands between the.
and then up to this area.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll me another stealth check if you're being sneaky on that route.
Thanks. So 13.
Okay.
Getting them.
Yeah, you're doing your best, but large crocodile, you kind of
Full of wounds.
there are large gaps where you have to kind of like run between cover before like slinking down below, certain brush lines, and then kind of half crawling.
Holding up a
Leaving blood trail behind.
Yeah. But after about an hour or so, you begin to make your way to the to the north of the Tulga Woods. So we'll cut away for a moment while you're making that journey. Kushagra, you lay yourself, arms limp, kind of hanging in this tree, half asleep, catching a little cat nap. In the distance, you can hear the chopping of wood from the nearby lumber mill.
Coming from, is it north, south?
You're around
yeah,
somewhere here in these
they're
woods
not close
here,
to
and the
me.
lumber mill's pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty loud.
Herbalist. I guess after I took a short rest, have like a little sleep. I think I'm back to full health actually. So just not actually bleeding anymore, just crusty and filthy.
mentally drained.
My clothes are torn. I feel shame. I probably really hungry. I can try and see if I
I'd love
could.
some rations.
Yeah. So I'll eat the rations and see if I can find any rainwater left over on leaves. Just yum.
Okay, roll me a survival check for that. You call it rained a few days ago, but it hasn't rained recently. You find on the ground a mud puddle, basically.
Well,
It doesn't look clean.
I stare at it and am I dehydrated yet? Am I
No, yeah, you go
just
several
parched.
hours without it, but yeah.
I'll just stare at the mud puddle. Go back up in my tree
Oh, this is
and curl up with my tail around between my legs.
I'm assuming the water that you guys were in was salt water.
Oh,
The ocean would have been,
ocean
yeah.
water, yeah.
Get this crusty salt water.
At least
Yeah.
it isn't raining.
No, it's actually quite beautiful. There's very few clouds.
I'm picturing.
It would be otherwise a lovely day.
I'm picturing Cusco from
Yeah.
Emperor's
I
New
remember,
Groove.
Oh,
Yeah.
Feeling sorry for myself.
Okay. In that time, are you doing anything else?
I don't think I have anything I can do. I have my cards with me, but honestly, I don't feel like searching for answers from them right now.
Okay. So as you're sitting in this tree, sitting out hunched in your shoulders and kind of glancing around, just naturally keeping aware of your,
Passive perception is just
yours is 14. Yeah.
14. Yeah.
Eventually, your eyes glancing around again, trying to keep track of your surroundings as much as your base instincts would allow them. You see this large shadow kind of looming around the side of the windmill. As the blades kind of spin by, you catch a glimpse of it, and all of a sudden you see Usk just kind of run across before he disappears into the shrub of the Tulgo Woods, like probably about 180, 200 feet away from you are right now.
And it's the afternoon.
Yeah, you see like the fold over, yeah. Before his tail just kind of disappears between the bushes.
120 feet. Anything
Walking tag.
is if like focusing now on my surroundings. Is there anybody like? Yeah, I heard there was someone chopping pretty close by, right? Is there anybody visible
Like,
where I am?
roll me a perception check. You can see a few people working in the farm field nearby.
And he's hiding in just one of the shrubs.
Like, I would say you're probably around here somewhere. He kind of darted in somewhere down here. Like, moving from this windmill up into the bushes.
All right. Feeling suddenly invigorated with a newfound purpose, which is just to meet up with Usk. I'm gonna slide down the tree and I'm gonna try and stealth my way towards him.
Okay, roll me a stealth check. As Usk, you make your way into the brush.
Stealth plus 9 is a dirty 20.
Okay. Are you going right to him? How close do you want to get?
I want to get to within like maybe 10 feet and then
Okay.
spread.
So,
we can just hack them off.
as Usk, you find yourself like in the cover of the forest. You kind of
That would be
stop for a minute to gather yourself and figure out where you are as you kind of disappear into the brush. After a few minutes of that, yeah.
Can you whistle without teeth? I don't think you can.
I don't know. I don't have no teeth.
Yeah.
Lips.
Try to get rid of your teeth.
You definitely need
Make an S
lips.
sound.
You know, because your tongue, it's the sound of your tongue against your teeth, right? So
I don't know how to make. I don't know what it's like to make sounds without teeth.
if you put them like this, it's probably pretty accurate.
You might be able to do like the, like that.
That's still your teeth.
Oh yeah.
Is that how that works?
I think
Never been
it's
able to
mostly
do
your tongue and your.
Right.
But you've never done this before.
Never
Never had a situation.
Yeah, so let's go.
Throw a coconut at him.
You hear a voice somewhere behind you. You see nothing though.
I'm gonna shake whatever branch in front of
Draw my axe.
You see him just reach and.
me. Just gonna poke my head out. Just pull my hood back.
I bring my axe.
I end his suffering.
Lunchtime.
Cat again.
And, listen, boots from Shrek. Just
Yeah. The eyes. But with no teeth.
I thought I had it bad.
I do not feel 100%.
Davin's tool.
Yeah.
The one that you missed.
Rubbing some mud on myself.
Yeah, the one that you saw earlier.
I don't know what
Good
happened
mud.
to the others.
Lost them in my swim.
Both of you were with me, right?
Yeah.
We helped you get
We
to
helped
it.
you get to the tree.
I was barely unconscious.
Yeah.
Dragging your cat self. Being very stealthy though. You were like a 25 or something.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
Timdell and I'm just gonna speak normally. I can't,
Yeah.
I can't roleplay
We'll
not having
pretend
teeth.
you're-
Pretend it sounds weird.
It's fine.
Timdell and Lucian, they brought me here. They're alive and well.
Good to hear. Notice nobody wanted to fight.
I
Made it awful hard to like you guys then.
Yeah, man, that was kind of nice.
I did what I could in the moment. I thought there was an opportunity. I fear that I only put everyone in danger.
Watched out for their own skin. I like that.
I mean, that was after my teeth melted.
Notice that.
some of mine fall out, you can.
Thank you. That might actually be really helpful.
Everyone gives you some of your teeth.
Everybody, 2. I want 2 from everyone.
I gotta just have like a
Your
fucked up
insides
like
are-
ensemble of different teeth.
Your insides of your mouth boost.
Yeah, you're right.
Six different
Yeah.
shapes.
Eight eyed tooth.
Oh no, so you lost some teeth. Nope, found some.
I would never.
So we always only have
I'm rich in teeth.
They're almost
Lousy.
teeth,
I mean, tieflings have
Fangs.
all sharp teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, you make a whole lot of teeth from that.
Yeah. I think
Mix match is a good call.
I've made enough decisions for a while. Maybe I should ask you what you think is best.
Well, there's some people that can hide us around here, seeing as how we are not wanted in the city no more.
Yes, it's a slow motion.
I agree with that course of action. There's no place for me in the nation of Avondale.
How's it dressed?
Why not? Anything boost for me, boost
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I do
Son of a bitch did it.
I do hope to see the others before we go.
You want to go back?
I don't think I want to go back.
Me neither.
How are you at climbing trees?
Prefer to stay on the ground and in the water.
Don't see any water around.
I mean, you're a while, like a ways away from the channel.
Heard there's a church in these woods. Abandoned. It's western, no?
Abandoned.
Yeah,
There's a turkey there, we need these words.
He's here.
He has a
Easy there, little lady. I'm trying to get out to the church.
I didn't know
This
we're
is-
watching True Blood over here.
Yeah, this is easily the most Usk has ever said.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of emotion.
His accent's on it.
If you
It's
are
usually more.
if you are heading for the abandoned church, I will follow you.
There he is. That's the Usk.
Sounds like our only option.
Motion forward.
So you guys gonna begin to make your way through the woods?
We're gonna try.
Okay.
Stay by the church.
So,
Yeah.
who's leading then?
Sounds like I am.
So Usk, roll me a survival check.
Because I asked about hiding something, because I mean that it made it seem like we were all gonna get arrested, so we didn't hide. She told us about the freedom fighters.
I know that.
The rebel scum.
Investigate over at Temple's.
What's he gonna be castle?
That's wisdom,
Okay.
right? So
Oh,
It's wisdom based, yeah.
So there's a church and a castle.
Okay,
the castle is the castle.
Yeah.
we'll come back to that.
Okay.
So as you follow Usk and
Fade
you
away.
disappear into the thick of the jungle, it's quite thick. Matter of,
How many
10 or 12 steps and you might lose somebody kind of thick type of thing. So you keep fairly close to his rear as he kind of
My tail.
pushes through the trees. As you guys begin to walk, you notice that the elevation changes a lot. There's a lot of hills, drop-offs. It's fairly erratic through here.
Mandango's 3-eyed.
Mandangos, yeah.
Just tripping over him.
So we'll come back to
One of
that.
these weird
I was gonna say, what are these marked fruit?
Smash them.
Let's see here.
Start
down this thicket.
I just want to burn it all down.
So as some time has passed, as Davina and Timdell, you guys are working together on some projects, about an hour or so.
At some point, that I see this kind of shit happening, and we're just gonna go
Thank you.
and just do it on our own.
Okay.
And then I just kind of like,
It's like, oh, when you like purposefully don't do something right, so you don't have to do it anymore.
Oh, look, I'm not good at laundry.
Exactly.
I can't vote, sure.
Guess I shouldn't do it.
Yeah, so at some point I would have liked to have pulled those horns out.
Okay.
And I've taken out farmer's horns and affixed them to my armor. And I'm going to use one of my infusions on that to do enhanced defense and add an 8+1 AC to myself.
Nice.
Smart. I like it.
Timdell the tank.
Well, it's a 16. Let's not get up over 6.
I mean, it's
But-
better than
Pretty
mine.
good.
What did you add
One
to
by
your armor?
one.
I just made it look cooler by affixing farmer's minotaur horns onto the
There's like shoulder pads.
Yeah, so they actually like come out and like the they're right by my head.
They're up like that?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yes.
Weighing you down.
Yeah, so I'm like wearing farmer
Bone
now.
armor.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Love it.
Emotional breakdown takes my friend's horns. And
You see her like fix the strap, like the
Yeah.
last strap on, and kind of curl out.
I'm impressed.
yeah,
I need to make you angry more often.
I would prefer if we didn't, please.
Yeah, you're right.
She's gonna like, okay, she's ready.
Where did you hide the sword?
I don't know. We
Okay.
never really actually talked about it, so.
You're in a plain room, so there's not much in here that otherwise there is.
I wouldn't have done a good job. I will say
It's a
that.
fairly
I wouldn't
hasty-
Have said, when I said I hit it last session, it's probably not the best way to describe it. Probably would have
Put it through.
put it in like a drawer. I know we have a chest of drawers.
Yeah, there
right?
is a small dresser.
Right, so I would have like
just
put it in
put
the
it in the
bottom
dresser.
drawer.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
Oh, but if we're leaving, it's definitely on my person now,
Alright.
so it's in my pack.
So you guys head downstairs. Lucian and Barrett are finishing a conversation or having one of the two. It's the two of the
fine,
girls
you
come
put
down.
all forms.
And I'm not saying anything.
Come on, please. I'm trying to know, what was it like?
I told you the first time. Wasn't dissimilar.
What's that?
What like?
Oh, you missed that, didn't you?
Yes.
Hmm. I had another conversation with Sword.
He's jealous because he can't.
This
I think
is
so.
purely inquisitive about what happens with this girl.
Sword Daddy likes me more.
Well, sword papa. Edging sword.
Well,
Edge.
let's see about that.
Sword papa.
Although
Talk to me more.
Sword
I'm not sure how much more it's gonna. I might end up not being like you in the fact that I've threw its advances in its face twice now.
Good chance. Maybe it's something to write down. Maybe we can defeat the urge to do it by neglecting.
Doing it some more.
Indeed.
Those were opposing positions that you agreed on. Do it some more. Yeah, not touch it.
Mrs. Ledger.
Don't touch it, but maybe touch it like a few more times. Celibacy.
Oh, Timdell, you gain a point of inspiration as well.
Says my pleasure. Don't throw them around.
I'll never do point of inspiration.
That means two.
You will.
You inspire me.
I will, now that the conversation between Barrett and I are kind of dying down, I will see if Atanda is around and about, and if I can talk to
Yes, right.
Zobra.
She was going upstairs to see if Zobra was awake a little while ago. I'd say by now, eventually, Atanda will probably be doing her jobs around the actual inn and cleaning the rooms, but eventually Zobra does come down. She's just wearing plain clothes. She doesn't have her coat on as she kind of comes out. She's actually wearing Atanda's clothes. They're fairly similar in size, at least, and seem to have... Yeah, they're of a similar size. She comes down. Sits down at the table you guys are all sitting at. Pours herself a drink
Are
first.
you guys back downstairs?
Comes over. First of all, pours herself a drink behind the bar. Like, she doesn't say anything.
This is Zobra.
Yeah. Walks around, like, past you guys to go around the bar, pouring a drink.
Zobra, I have to ask you all. You were inside. Sorry, I forget myself. Is it alright if I talk with you for a moment?
I am told you wish to speak, yes. I've had enough time to recover from a night of unrestful
She was very distant.
things.
I have dire need to know if you knew anything about any other prisoner that was inside the keep at the time of your incarceration. Did the name Eagle Med Salvo come up at any moment?
Didn't come up in the last 10 seconds.
I do not know these words. There were only the other crew members from what I could see, and I did know saw Kushagra was in there as well.
Did you hear of any other elf inside the prison?
No, I did not hear of any elves. None of the guards really spoke with me of the other prisoners. They did have a large book in the guard room leading into the prison that I would imagine they keep all the records. Perhaps, if you're looking for a name, that might be a place to look.
Yeah.
I do not know how you will get into there, but,
I believe I might have a plan. I need to know before I do this.
well, if it is a magical plan, I believe that in this city it is wise to keep those to yourself.
Certainly. Thank you.
So my understanding is this object is taken care of, and I am not to worry anymore about any
Yes.
inquisitions
Indeed.
to my own self.
You should be free to go.
Interesting. I have decided to stay a little while longer on the island this time, as my ship has...
Not been touched.
No, it has not, hopefully.
Oh, I'm telling
Looks at
you.
you guys.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
here's what
it's
I
not
need.
been touched.
No, the repairs will be of significant cost, and I feel it is my duty to perhaps pay one more homage to my savior of this journey again. I will be looking for a commission to gather some more wood from the redwood heights to create a mast, a new mast, to replace the old one, to give homage to the... She grabs her necklace to Arga, who I believe saved our lives against the dragon.
It definitely was a fucked up thing.
Although it is very difficult to get folk to travel up that way now, as the Rodolph forces have made that traveling through there more difficult. Might be many months, but Attenda and I have spoken, and it might be nice to spend some time off the seas for a little while.
I assume that that's not how your journeys usually go.
No. Journeys here go in very many different ways, though. Again, I've been here several times and taken the trip many times on my own, with my own ship. And not this much damage, though.
It's a rough voyage.
Yes. Oh, Attenda wanted me to mention as well, as she knows that you are all looking for work. She puts her hand on your shoulder, Lucian. Some of you seem to be a bit hard up, she informs me. Attenda has been
Really a student of the trade, yes.
she has been trying to
But of course.
offer better quality products to her guests, but is unable to get a contract for wine, as the Hunter's Lodge and the Royals in the Castle Avondale seem to take most of the stocks. She'd be very interested in people opening up a contract with the Clatten Bottom Winery into the north. It's past Fiss Village.
Why would she want to? Peach's wares are better than any one I've had recently.
I agreed, but apparently the beer can make people quite gassy, and when in a night of passion,
Gas
Wine
in the
is-
torture room.
sometimes a little bit better. She's willing to offer pay if you were to come back. She will give you 100 gold for a case of wine. But if you can come back with a contract, that discussion is between you and her.
I don't know whether or not we'll be around much longer, or will be, or what.
For 100 gold, we'll be around, alright?
or I will be around.
You may not be around, Barrett, but I will come back. I will come back.
I will be
come back.
I
I will be come back. Come back, king.
It's like my son.
One of your glorious plans.
It's like, money.
Well,
King for the room.
I leave it on your choices. But if it happens to be the case, you'd be very grateful.
I'll see what I can do. Which means I will do it.
Yes, Mr. Clattenbottom is a difficult customer, so
I like Clattenbottom, I have no doubt.
I've never met
A
him.
hard man, you know? Yeah, I guess.
He's not a
I'm
man.
assuming you are very good at persuading people to see your.
I am a bit known to be a bit of a silver tongue, you know?
When did that start?
Shut up, Barrett.
It's like catchphrase.
So you
At
like,
least perform some tricks with me. Maybe I can bedazzle some of their wines, perhaps new vintages.
So what for?
You want-
I'm making it up as I go.
You want to use magic to bedazzle the
Bedazzle, yes. Gems bedazzle.
isn't your magic one of the reasons for it?
Listen, Barrett.
You and your logic.
You and your logic. I'm an idea man, alright? I'm not a thinking man. Don't think of the end game. Think of how to get there. And the fun we're going to have on it. That's it.
Sometimes the quickest path isn't a straight line.
Yes. Very wise beyond your years, aren't you?
Tim's like this in her chair.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate you.
Between her
Your
legs. Probably doesn't touch the ground.
Where would we find this person?
with
the winemaker?
Clattenbot.
I would head to the winery. If you follow the road north, once you pass Fist Village, continue north,
Yeah, what the hell?
you will find it. It'd be on the big map there.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Well,
We have binoculars up here.
I couldn't take it off the wall, but here you go, guys. This is
Ah.
so.
Zoom in and
Enhance. So you guys are down here, Fist Village, and then the Clattenbottom Winery is way up there.
Clatten with a K.
So it'll be a few, probably 2 days walk, I would say, if you're just journey on foot. Maybe 2 to 3 days walk,
Two or three outside.
depending on how you're stopping and all that
About
stuff.
3.
Ace spots.
And
Case of wine, $100.
Do we have like travel rules for hexes, or do you just kind of want to play that by
well, the
ear?
hexes are about 6 miles each, so it's kind of somewhat loose, but it depends on if you're traveling on a road or traveling in the
thick woods.
thick
Yeah.
jungle, right? So thick jungle will obviously be slower, about half speed. So there are some roads, but none of them are like proper
Well,
cobbled
it's
or anything
closer
like
to
that.
get them in Dango berries.
Yes, indeed. We should get to places while we get there. Just an idea. You know, money's money.
Mandangos were in the Togo Woods or Hunter's Woods?
The which was?
Hunter's Woods.
They said the Hunter's Woods were the main. Well, that's what he said. He's like, I've gathered them from there before, but he's just looking for a good place where they have them, like a clean, like safe source. Yeah.
Where did you find them?
We just have to find a spot to say like they
You don't
grew
even
up
have to
here.
bring them back.
Yeah.
No, you just have to find like a grove or something like that where there's a bunch growing. That's what
I
he.
bet
That's
you
what he
in
wants.
Scotland. What?
Lights.
Kobolds or something.
Kobolds.
Some kind of creatures. Some kind of creatures.
Something that naturally has that as their.
You know what? He did throw a dragon at us, so
Yeah,
it could be anything.
It could be troll.
Surprise works.
Centipedes.
I will-
Dango troll.
The classic Mandango suckling on the fruit of the Mandango.
If you move
I shall.
if you move Mandango, if you move the letters of Mandango around, you get Tarats.
Dominates the continent.
This isn't a cave.
Yeah, no, once that's been done, I'm going to go, I'll just be like, thank you, and I'll be furiously writing away and trying to forge a bounty sheet for a Mr. Egomat? Egomat Salvo. That's my-
Okay. Do you have
So
a
not
forgery?
Eagle McSilver is what I.
Do you have a forgery kit, or are we just winging it?
I've got ink as well as paper, and I'm proficient in forgery.
So it's a wanted poster that you want to try and do?
Bounty, what are you going to pay them with?
I'm not trying to pay. I'm looking to say like I'm looking for this person.
And what do you want it to exactly say?
Wanted, ego met salvo for use of magic. Elf for use of magic.
Who are they?
Those guys.
Just no contact information.
Reward
10,000.
200 gold.
1 silver and 1 copper.
Whatever I got in my pockets is my gift to thee.
And I can
Fuck, you
throw
getting
it
this
up
200
on-
gold at, my dude?
Just change.
I mean, it's not like an official document,
No, it's
not an
so
official document.
you can just write that on a piece of paper. But if you're trying to like forge it to look like a legal document, you'll need like a forgery kit of some
Okay.
kind.
Okay.
I mean, this is.
Fair.
If you want it to, we'll do like an intelligence check. And if
Okay.
not, you're just writing a bunch of things.
just a base intelligence.
Yeah.
I mean, I have one.
That's a natural 20.
Whoa.
Hey,
Okay.
baby.
Are you aiding with a? You have a forgery kit?
I have a forgery kit.
Hey, dude. Where did that go?
Might be useful.
It's like Clippy. I see you're trying to forge something.
Here are some various stamps that
Right.
might be useful, like stamps of approval, that sort of thing,
Yeah.
like, legal signature, things like that. But at the end of it, it looks very believable,
Don't ask me.
much like everything you've seen.
Yep. All right.
So, ego mat
Ego
salvo.
met salvo.
Very good. Met.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay.
See.
So you're writing that, and at the moment you've got that written down, but it's not placed anywhere yet. Gotcha.
Did we ever check if it was
It saved me in that one.
So as that's happening, Zobra's kind of like, very well, I will need to find myself. I'm gonna go talk to my crew. I'm going to head to the Hunter's Lodge for a chat with some of them. I've put them up for the night. After all of the unpleasantness, if you need me, I will be there for the evening.
Your crew is staying at the Hunter's Lodge?
Yes, that's correct. They have the cheaper rooms. And more.
Cheaper rooms?
Yes. They're not as nice as the ones here, but they
I
serve their
slept in
purpose.
a torture chamber,
That's great.
and I could have had a cheaper room.
But wasn't it nice?
No,
Sounds like the best
no.
like wing woman when it comes to her sister's business right now.
I mean, the lovers room was amazing, but
I can attest the Hunter's Lodge.
wait, what?
Yes.
Is that where you went?
More about volume of rooms than
Where was
anything,
I
but
supposed to go?
anyway. Enjoy the rest of
I
your
had to keep up
day.
the ruse.
She steps away from
I
the
mean,
table
I
and
guess,
leaves.
Yeah, you did bring them back.
I'll start talking back to the crew. Just be like, I have to do something. One last thing before we leave. I have to go back to the keep. I have an idea. I just have to check something quickly. The same reason why this all happened to begin with. I have a better plan.
Three.
I'm not
Here
having to
we
come
go
help me.
again.
You don't have to come help me. I have a cunning plan.
Okay.
Did you say we don't have to come up? Did you
You
do
do not have to come.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to be arrested?
I'm going to disguise myself as an Avondalian knight with this bounty. And see if this man is in their custody.
You don't think they'll recognize a pig?
They're the keep. Of course they're going to recognize me. But one that they don't know who to which they speak.
I'm not the only one seeing a flaw, right?
Here.
It's merely a flash and see. That's it. It's a flash. It's flash money. That's what it is. You wouldn't get it.
You're right about that.
It's fine. I'll be gone 1 hour tops.
I'm gonna follow him.
You're not saying though?
No.
You're just gonna secretly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying, but
Do I still have my room open?
Crying.
You still have your key? Okay. Are you
Going back
walking
to my room that I paid for.
Are you walking with Lucian or away from him?
I mean, they're across the hall, like across from each other.
Yeah, it's very close. And are you disguising yourself before you leave, or when is that happening?
So I will disguise myself before I leave. Going to do the whole Clark Kent thing, go into the bathroom,
Put your glasses on.
Put my glasses
Take
on.
your glasses off.
In that case, then I will make my way that way.
But not with him.
Not directly.
Okay.
I like
Like
to just
close.
You guys are
wanna make
walking
us
like
other
5,
jealous.
10, 15 feet apart, maybe?
Yeah, just sauntering.
Behind him?
Yeah.
Right.
Don't wanna
And
make
you're
that other
secretly
girl
following
jealous.
both of them now. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm building a rapport with the guards.
Okay.
Can't make them jealous.
And you're
I'm
staying.
staying at the.
So you see Lucian come out in disguise, walk out to Davina shortly after, and then Timdell just gets up and quietly leaves as well.
Try not to sound pompous while you're talking to them.
do leave it.
Try to talk like me,
Uh,
not like you.
I'd like to not make myself too handsome, but not too,
Are you looking like one of the knights specifically, or just a?
just a very generic.
Just
generic.
And you're
generic.
dressing as a like knight of
I'm
Avondale
knight.
with the cloaks and
With the
everything,
cloaks,
like exactly like
blue robes.
Romanius, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So you kind of like get the weight of armor as you kind of stride through, but it is not actually armor there. So Timdell, roll me a stealth check as you begin to sneak behind them.
I'm gonna need some energy for this one.
13.
Pass me a rather as well. 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kitchen patty.
So it's a cider
So yeah.
Also fine. This is easier.
Yeah, as Lucian, you're looking back. You're looking around, anyways, for a lot of things, I'm sure. And Davina as well. You guys both will notice that about 20 to 30 feet, you see this puff of green hair just like poking up from behind a barrel, and it kind of tucked back a little bit. But you do notice that Timdell has followed you guys.
I just gotta love him.
That's a big desk.
Now you going into your room?
Uh-huh.
Nice. That was quite smooth. Okay. So,
I'm going to take another bath.
a second bath. Beautiful.
Nice.
Is this yours?
Fucking fills me right now. I'm covered in my own
So,
blood.
Lucian,
Yeah.
as you walk towards the keep,
Sorry.
you see the high walls, the large gatehouse, about 4 guards standing out front of it, just kind of talking amongst each other, paying little attention, but enough attention to the crowds around them. You see Lazy Harry in the stocks, of course, doing his nothing.
Hardworking.
Hardworking.
He's not hardworking yet. He's rebranded.
Marketing.
3 people know that he's rebranded.
Marketing is very good.
I don't know. He's crisping in the sun right now. So as you walk and approach, you see the guards kind of like instinctively straighten up a little bit. Sir?
At ease. I'm here about looking for a prisoner.
Prisoner?
Yes. He's an elf man. Magic user. I'll whip out the most person.
Look at it. There's a nat 20 on that.
Yeah.
Natural 1. Yeah.
It was Brendan crying all day.
Right. By this name?
Yes.
Oh, it's a secret.
Very good. Are you wanting to find him or report?
Just looking to see if he's in your hold at any moment.
Oh, we would better check with the books, perhaps.
Of course.
Pounds on the gate. Eventually the doors kind of creak open. You know where it is?
Not very familiar. Would do to have an escort.
To your left.
Yep.
First left in the door in the courtyard.
Okay.
First left down the spiral staircase. You'll find the dungeon.
Thank you very much. What's your name, soldier?
Henry.
Henry? I'll be commended for this.
Okay. So far this is working out pretty well. Okay.
I'm gonna
So as
find
you
that
walk into the
hiding
courtyard, so are you just trying to find a hiding spot? Alright, roll me another stealth check.
Hiding spot that I can. Well, I don't have
See.
to hide. I just want to sit out in the court with a good view of the front door.
Okay.
Smoke in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
There's the blacksmith nearby, the hunter's lodge, and the church are kind of in a proximity. And there's like a few homes as well, but you can find a place to
There's
lean.
other people around.
There's some. There's not a lot of like actual people walking back and forth of this part of town during this time of the
To
day.
go pray.
You could go pray, but some people
nobody.
potentially would be. It's more of an end of the day thing for most people. But anyway, there's not a lot of traffic though.
I'm gonna like walk around inconspicuously,
Okay.
keeping an eye Yeah, I'm the best at that, right? Keeping an eye on the front door.
Very good. That sounds easy enough. So you see Lucian dressed as the knight disappear into the keep, and the door is closed behind you as you're standing in this courtyard right now.
A single tear.
So actually, full reference point, because it's awesome, and you could, and I have it, and why not? So this is what the castle looks like.
I like that.
I'm so happy he's getting to use this.
Yep.
So you walk into the
Yeah.
courtyard.
Welcome for this little tidbit.
You see a few guards probably just training with the dummies, like
Alright.
slashing away at it. They kind of give you the nod. Sorry, yep.
Good fall.
Love it. So you said to the left and down a staircase. So you walk into the courtyard through this door to the left, and then immediately you see a hallway that heads down and ends in a stone wall, and see several doors on either side, and then you see a spiral staircase that leads to your left,
Alright.
lit by
Down the
torch.
dungeon.
Okay.
Got not that much time.
Yeah, you only have, what, an hour?
Yeah.
It's probably, so your walk, probably about 10, 20 minutes
Okay.
maybe. So you got about
From time.
40 or so minutes.
Just little sands.
Yeah, exactly.
10 flips of the fucking sand.
That's what I'm more concerned about. An hour, yeah. The sky's falling apart.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes later, Tim's knocking on the door. My friend in there?
There we go. Okay, so
Lucy, come on the plane.
Who?
so you lead down this 30-foot spiral staircase. You find a barred door leading at the bottom of it that is locked.
We'll knock on it.
See, it kind of like opens up. Eh? Who's that?
This is, I've got urgent business with the castle of Avondale. I'm looking for a prisoner. Egomet Salvo. Do you have him in here? Elf, magic wielder.
A few seconds go by. No elves here. Ego Matt, you say?
Yes.
No, he's transferred.
Transferred.
Transferred to the castle.
All right. Perfect. Good news. And I'll just like turn away and be like, fuck.
What castle? What castle?
What was that castle again? Knock, knock, knock.
What do you mean, what castle?
The castle?
Of course, the castle. Castle Avondale.
All right. Just double checking. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Knock, knock, knock. What was he transferred?
About a week ago.
Week ago. I have reports that he was
Let's see,
here
what's
not
this? Let me see.
more than 2 days ago.
Transferred on third old day.
Third old day. All right. Thank you very much. What's your name there, soldier?
Jaharis.
Jaharis? I'll have you commended for this.
Huh?
At ease. All right. I'll make my way out. I will actually go up and just poke my head inside the barracks there.
Okay, so you come up the stairs, open up the door, you see rows of bunks, trunks down at the ends, and a number of people that are sleeping, like a lot of people that are sleeping. It's dark, there's some flickering torchlight as you kind of creak the door open. You see like a few of them kind of roll over, like, is there one who's like sitting on his bed just reading, kind of looks up at you.
Good fine work today. All right. Close the door. I'm walking out. I'll leave.
Close the door. So we're back out into the courtyard.
Yes. I'll promptly make my way out. Ooh. I'm already over there. No. I will make my way out of the castle. There's enough dilly-dallying.
Come to the main gate, guards are like, you find what you need?
I did indeed. I have information on him. Send it out to Castle Avondale.
Alright, takes the block off and swings the doors open again. Best of luck.
Thank you. We're out. Do I see Timdell just sitting there waiting and puffing and puffing?
Pacing.
Fast
Popping gunpowder.
I'm not Timdell.
No.
French Doug.
Oh, you're talking to me?
I am. I'll wait for you. I'm just gonna go one of these. Just sort of veer off.
Still about probably 20 minutes on the spell, I'd say still.
Okay.
So you saw me.
I did. It's your hair, Mr. Denkin. Alright, well, I got what I came for. It was not the news that I wanted, but I know that my father here was here.
Was?
Yes, he was here.
What is it? Not anymore.
I'll see that.
Where is he now?
It's at Castle Avondale. He was shipped off.
Oh, that's good.
Not quite. Best we can do is try and head him off. Who knows how long it took for them to transfer him? Was it about a week's?
I'm gonna like go to like
Do you
grab
have
your
the map?
cloak, but
I
then
do have the
realize
map.
that you're a knight.
So
I'm like, "Weird."
the journey is, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So about a day to Fort George,
Oh,
day to the bridge, and then so it's about a 3-day journey that they usually take.
okay.
There's like your stop points. Okay, save point, save point.
Okay.
Wrong hole. Safe
Checkpoint.
point.
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint. Save point.
Checkpoint.
Auto save.
Wait, I can't stop now. I gotta find a save point.
Do you
No,
even
Mom.
Do you remember
save
what?
point.
Nah,
Yeah,
save point's totally at the bridge, guys. We gotta get there.
It's
We
not
gotta get
my
there.
game. I can't stop.
Can't stop.
my game.
There is no pause.
Oh, it hurts so much.
So you guys are standing outside still?
Let's go meet up with our friends.
I poke my head out the window and see that they're still there, so
Still in the bath.
I think I look bad.
Let's gather.
Save for the sake of
40
it.
minutes.
It's a good bath.
A little raisiny.
Take another little dip.
It's not even pruned up yet.
Not even plenty.
It wasn't a bathing bath. It was a relaxing bath.
Yeah.
Some rose.
So yeah, I would say for the sake of it, you kind of like are keeping some eye out for them eventually, kind of like drying your hair in a chair by the window, and you see Lucian leave out, and head downstairs to meet them outside.
Nonchalantly, I'm just like, there's a body both up.
Huh?
So what next?
Business in Castle Avondale, but we have business to go through to get there first. Let's find us some shelter.
Well, I mean, I have the room.
I meant with Kushagra and meet up with the rest of our mates.
I want to find Kushagra.
Let's do our He's concerned about me. Everyone loves me.
I know where he is.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh. We're gonna go back to that tree where we found. He's not gonna be in the tree anymore.
Cat's gone. Cat's out of the tree. We're gonna find some.
Good. Some paths.
Not making
Someone
decisions.
spotted a large lizard.
True, there were some lizard sightings. Yeah.
We could ask around.
Indeed, if I still have 20 minutes on my... I should use my powers.
Alright, hold on.
Solid Timdell here. Where do you think last we would have seen people? Out of the water?
Yeah.
Seen Usky boy. Yes.
The last people to see him were dead, so.
True. 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 No, I don't know. Alright. Think.
We can't just go asking around. He's a wanted man.
True.
I'd say since Davina, you have the highest perception while you guys are outside and having this conversation, you see a guard walk over to the bulletin board that's out by the church, just kind of hammer 2 things into it before walking away.
We're famous. I will promptly move over them if I see it. And I use that.
I just stop the conversation and walk over to the poster.
Okay. You see 2 new parchments. One that says, by name Kushagra Tabaxi, wanted for assault of a knight of Avondale and escape from
I
imprisonment.
didn't know such thing.
Look down here.
At least it's safe
And
on it.
it says Husk Soriv. That's how he spelled it. Yeah. Wanted for murder of guard of Avondale and assault of another.
As I suspected. What's the
There
bounty?
doesn't seem to be a bounty. Just wanted.
I want to see who won.
So I
I think murder trumps.
I've still got, 10 minutes on there. I'm going to
Yeah.
take those posters off.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And I'll properly to like feel like the
no
whole.
one saw you.
Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Maybe my face said nothing.
I still look like a knight right now. It looks like it could be.
No, 100%. He just rolled terribly.
Yeah. Well, I still got like 10 minutes, and I feel like the polyjuice potion is wearing off. I'm going to be like, we must get out of here. Quickly. Feel the effects of wear.
He's heading back to the breast?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Back to the faded ones.
Alright. Say for the sake of it,
Superman costume changing.
you arrive as your spell is kind of fading out and you push through the door as your skin is kind of changing.
Right to the bathroom, really quick.
Head inside, Barrett's there, just waiting. So, in that amount of time, Kushagra and Usk, as you guys are pushing through these wild, untamed jungles, Usk kind of guiding you through the most natural path that he can find, ease of access, without creating too much disturbance in the actual vegetation too much. You find yourself winding around hills, other elevation points for about an hour or so. You find yourself in the middle of the jungle at this point. Just trees all around you, thick brush.
Usk, I'm sorry. I need a rest for a moment.
What idea?
I'm still weary from this morning's events. You don't have an extra blade of some kind, do you? I just have my finely manicured claws.
You don't have any weapon right now.
Crazy. Like Jeff.
I have natural claws.
You have just your claws.
Usk starts going through his pack. Finds a club made of bone and a shield made of bone as well. To give him ball and clear.
The shield actually might help, but the club, I'm afraid I would be more useless with this than without it. Thank you. This I might be able to make use of.
Okay.
Put the shield like on my back. I don't know. Inventory, boop, it disappears.
Well, you have
It used to be
nothing,
Jason's
so you'd have to
ring.
hold
I
it.
hold it. I have it in my.
You don't have a pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Jason. Yeah, fuck Jason too, though. So.
You're just wearing fine clothes. You don't have armor on either. You're just wearing your normal clothes.
Yeah, I have ripped clothing and a cloak. I think I had my cloak. I don't remember.
You're looking rough, boy.
I
Maybe we
think.
might have to
Yeah, you were
retro
fully
that.
Shield or
clothed.
some shit.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't remember if I actually put on a cloak or not.
I know you had your. You said
you
fine
did, 'cause I
clothes.
made it look like it was something
Oh
else.
yeah, that's right.
So
You
you
have.
have a cloak on.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
You dyed it blue.
Blue.
So yeah, it's a different blue.
Is it still?
Blue and ratty.
Does it still look blue?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a blue cloak.
Yeah,
with
because I haven't touched it.
torn flying clothing. So just torn clothing. No longer fine.
No,
Right,
just
yeah,
common.
No longer
Yeah.
fine.
It has the remnants of fine
Oh,
clothing.
shoot.
Clothing.
Alright, so the sooner we can reach this place, the better. Do you remember the conversation? I don't know any details about this place either. I just know it exists. It's hidden. There was mention of an abandoned church, and I know from I did speak to Atanda, and she told me that the Thieves Guild had a setup in the Tulpa Woods.
Sounds familiar.
So.
We might be in these woods for quite a while. Are you able to make a shelter and fire? I'm afraid I am quite useless when it comes to surviving in these kind of conditions.
Yeah, it's probably about maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon at this point.
We will survive.
Although in this jungle it's dark right now because it's so much canopy and such.
That we will lose.
At least one of us will.
That you will lose.
So you guys are taking another short rest, is it?
I just was pausing to speak.
Oh yeah, okay.
While
Never mind.
Usk was going through his bag, he pulls out the white vial of liquid that he got from the ship.
Forgot about this.
What is that?
No idea. Kind of looks good though.
What does it look like again? Do you have a
It's a
description?
vial of mysterious white liquid. That is the description. Yep.
It could be anything in there. Poison, or it could be fermented milk. My favorite.
But you haven't opened it or anything yet, so
100%. I was like, this is obviously meant
I
for
feel like it has to be.
even hardy men, hardy of.
Are you gonna use it?
Might grow your teeth back. Or sit.
I don't know if I'm quite there yet. Perhaps in a few days in this jungle. Then we'll be at that point. It's like,
Let's say for the sake of it, each of you guys, while you're examining it, can roll me an Arcana check.
right.
Why?
You never know.
It's like the Viagra of the modern world.
Oh my god.
Take it seven.
Assuming that you open it and at least smell it. Because looking at it isn't going to do too much.
Makes sense. It's like,
9.
So,
9?
Primo Bandango.
Dango.
You pop the top open, kind of smell it a little bit, and Kushagra, you're like,
Hate us all.
that's meant to
this is a small vial of fermented milk. It's very strong, like very strong, like alcoholic smell comes out, followed by this kind of sour familiarity to you. Usk, you're like, this is really powerful stink.
Usk, what you have in your hands might be the most valuable thing on this island.
That's so.
It's liquor.
It's like
It's the liquor, Randy.
I am the liquor.
Put it away. Put it away. We're not there yet.
When we get out of here.
So 4 ounces of that, it'd be like 90 proof alcohol almost. Like it's strong.
It's fucking milk.
Fermented milk.
Yeah, fermented milk.
Milk shine.
Milk shine.
I like that actually. I like that. Yeah.
Milk shine.
Milk shine.
No shine.
Yeah, this is, let's say, this is quite a bit stronger than anything you've tried from fermented milk. You're like, they must have added something to give it some strength or some more strips.
It's like
Special.
What'd you say?
Just leave the skooma out of this.
It has the skooma.
Usk, before we opened that bottle, I thought that I'd never be happy again. And I feel like after I drank that, I just might feel happy again.
I just might
For a while.
my teeth.
I feel invigorated in a way that I didn't know was possible in these woods. Onwards, my friend. Let's go.
I love the sound. It's so good.
Continuing on. Okay.
It's the liquor.
So as you guys continue to wander through the woods, aimlessly
Uh-oh.
to some degree,
That sounds
the rest of you guys are still at the Faded Breast in
fade
town.
away.
You guys are gonna get to the edge of the woods and we're just gonna be walking in circles. Right
Not
at
far
the edge
away.
of the woods.
There's a very obvious
for
path.
hours.
That's a different tree, I swear.
So,
Yeah, see?
So, how long has it been?
since you guys went there, came back like moments, you're just coming in right now,
Sorry.
basically.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, how long has it been since I left Kushagra and Tree?
Like 3 hours.
It's time to go back.
It's not that long.
That's not that long.
I thought it was longer. So I'm like, we gotta go back.
Okay.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be time to go back.
But
Got a
Joe,
blue robe.
We got everybody back.
No one will think that's weird.
It's
Blue
time
robe
to...
cat.
No, yeah, exactly. It's a different blue though. Not Avondale blue.
Yeah.
Right. Navy blue.
Navy blue.
It's time to make our way. Barrett, are you ready? Barrett, are you coming with us?
I don't know, am I?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Am I? I feel like me and you kind of got off and had a.
To resolve your shit.
You're being a drama.
Davina, would you mind? Playing
I'm trying to apologize for my
I will
words.
lie around for the table and then we shall be on our way.
Yes.
I'm trying to apologize for what I said. a couple
Be
hours ago.
like 8 silver for a round.
8 silver.
But Tanda's upstairs cleaning. She's not even around, so you could just help yourselves.
Okay. And then I
We'll leave
leave
to
the
slap it on the
You
bar.
leave 8 silver on the bar? Sure.
Love that. We're good people.
Sort of.
Tim's gonna walk over. Where are the drinks right now? Are they at the table or at the bar?
Depends. As Davina's pouring them,
I'm gonna walk to the bar and just fucking chug one back. Yeah. Just
like frothing still,
Yeah,
like all over your
exactly.
face.
Put it down. You're coming with us.
I guess I'm going with this.
Right? We're going to. Guess no time for toast. Okay. Scott.
Yeah, she's gonna try another one.
It's the like taste of the red delicious. Like your tongues are all red now. And everything. Your lips are a little bit red.
It's moving.
You got the like red child lips when they have like too many popsicles.
Yeah, I would say Tim's also not a child, but she's
No, but
very
she does look like
childlike.
it.
Yes.
I gotta do one thing before we leave. I go up to see Atanda.
Okay, she's like currently like cleaning something in the lover's room, let's say, and like fixing the sheets a little bit.
I gotta knock on the
It's
door
just
frame.
open, but yeah, you knock on the door. Yes.
Can I-
Oh, Barrett.
Can I talk to you for a quick second?
Very good. Yeah, sure.
When we first came here, you mentioned that you have ways of getting messages.
Yes, I do.
I was wondering if you'd be able to. What's today? Today's
Fourth old day of June.
fourth old day.
It's near the turn of the month.
They should be in Rodolph next week. I have a message that if you can get to the mainland for me, and just in hopes of getting it to the right ears.
Who are the right ears?
Her name is Zendrea Pentagast.
I'm sorry. Eagle McSilver got it.
Andrea?
Zendrea.
Zandrea?
Thank you.
Pentagrast?
Pentagast.
Gast.
Pentagram?
Pentagrast. Yes. And who is this person?
She runs the She runs the Darklight Carnival,
Darklight Carnival. Very
and
good.
they should be in Rodolph in the next week or so. If they keep the same schedule that they did when I was with them.
If they are the right sort of people, they will get the message.
I think so. And I hand her a note.
Beautiful.
Notepad in now.
Sweet. Save myself some writing day. Beautiful.
The DM never gets things passed to him.
If
Unless it's who's going highly.
She won't read it yet. I will read the note when I will send the message sometime tonight.
I appreciate it. If you hear anything back, let me know. I kind of don't expect anything back.
I don't often hear things back unless I need to. It's part of my ability to be the in-between person is
I
to
get
know as
that.
little as possible, yes. The less I know, the better.
Well, I guess we're taking off. We'll hopefully be back.
Out for the day?
I think we're gonna trek through the woods.
Oh,
Um,
be careful if you are going into the woods.
Peaches wanted us to find a Bandago orchard.
Be careful trying to find this fruit. Very big trees mean very big creatures.
And your sister kind of mentioned that we should look into a wine contract.
Oh,
So if we're up that
yes.
way, we might
if you happen across this, I will pay very much for a proper contract. If you can get it signed for 1 year with Mr. Clattenbottom for me, 1 case a week is not more than he can spare. I'm sure of this. I will pay you handsomely, though. How does... for the contract? 500 gold.
I think that's more than
Don't
fair.
tell your sister, she told us 100.
She told us 100 a
case.
case.
True,
Yeah.
To putting a case, but if I can get a contract, it's much more valuable
Yes,
to me.
of course. Do you would happen to know anywhere in town we might be able to rent a wagon or like a beast of burden?
We
You have
do not.
nothing.
You have nothing, wench.
You are nothing without me.
Dying,
If
come
I'm
back,
not
man.
mistaken.
Come back.
It is very difficult to rent, but folk can make passage from the market if you are heading to the Castle Avondale and pay for transportation sometimes. Most of the transportation, however, at least rentals of such, perhaps purchasing is more likely to be taken care of out of the Castle Avondale. The stables are located there. We are simply the transportees. If you can catch someone heading back to the castle with a delivery, that is your best shot. I will check the market for such a thing.
I'll see what I can do. Thank you very much for the information.
It would not be comfortable travel, but it'd be better than walking. It is a long journey, about 3 days to the castle.
Also, if we end up only getting a barrel of a case of wine, we want to be able to transport it back.
Of course, a case of wine would be very labor intensive, but you are quite strong. She kind of strokes your arm.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure you could handle it.
Whisper
Me in the torch room?
Maybe in the torture room.
I appreciate that.
She's just like Barrett.
Call me sober.
Stop.
Yikes.
So
Yes, Captain.
that's some deep shit.
She
Want
is
to talk about it?
visibly older than Zobra. But both of them still look quite youthful in like their face and stuff. She just has like a bit of gray in her dark hair. Zobra is quite dark, without gray.
Yeah, so it's very clear that Tennis is over.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, I think we do that.
Well, however long we are away, I want you to know that how much we appreciate you keeping having us around.
Oh, very
taking
good.
care of us.
Oh, my pleasure. I will still hold up my end of the bargain and keep Kushagra's room safe and secure, even though you have ruined the bed.
He'll pay for that eventually.
It's okay. Zobra has offered her. She has offered to replace it as best as we can. I fear not it will be very hard to find a similar bed, though. Maybe it will be something else.
Find a wooden stomach.
Like lizard.
We shall see.
Yes.
I will talk to Francia
That'd be
tomorrow.
a bed for me.
Well, she does very good work. She did my cake.
I know. She like shows her outfit up, which is again like very tight-fitting kind of corset style with like full bust.
Oh, the bard and flirt. Imagine.
I know. It's actually not the bard, it's everyone else.
Flirting with
It's the red skin.
Yeah.
They like
It's the bard nature.
That's
the trait. Oh, it's so handsome.
quirky and charming.
I would assume that this has taken up like enough time for it to be considered a short rest of some sort.
If you guys are standing, like an hour is a short rest.
Okay.
So if you guys wanted to wait around, that was about 10 minutes maybe
Well,
of conversation.
Okay.
I'm
Never
good.
mind.
I'm good.
Cool beans. I was just going to use
I
an
know.
arcane recovery to replenish a spell slot.
Yeah, you've been going though, like an Energizer
Yep,
bunny.
I have it going. Yep. That's alright.
So I guess I make my way back downstairs.
Okay.
Okay, good to go.
I'm way rested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Smelling
think you are
extra
pretty
clean.
rested, Yeah.
Extra clean.
Possibly a little bit pruny.
Alien dialogue.
And so you guys are leaving?
Yes.
Rodolph Roses.
On the
Okay.
road again.
Where are you guys heading?
The tree I left Kushagra in.
Tree
All right.
left Chicago.
Are you trying to be? Are you trying to sneak across town, or are you just walking?
I think we just
I
walk.
think we were wrong.
We're walking. Yeah.
Okay.
We well,
Yeah, no one connects you to the wanted people,
right,
criminals that are posted.
right.
I've got my mask on.
Only came to town.
Oh, okay.
Send me away.
But they're humans. They can't put two and two together.
I've got, well, my disguise.
You have your, yeah, right. You actually do have disguise kit
Yeah.
now, so
I have a music box.
you're doing your disguise. You're darkening your skin tone,
Yeah.
trying to look a little more normal,
Yeah.
and covering your ears and stuff like that. Okay. And do you have your mask right now? Okay. So your
I
mask.
do. And I gave
You
it
took
to
it
him when we
back.
were walking through, and then I took it back.
So you're
Does that
masking
work?
up,
Yeah, I'm masking.
and then you guys aren't
So I just wear my
being
clothes.
hunted by anyone particularly, so you're just walking. Okay.
You're in the woods now.
So you guys begin to walk
In the
again.
woods.
It takes you about an hour to get to that edge nearby. However, who's leading this?
I'll lead
and
this.
I was gonna say one of those two.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's likely I'm
Back
like,
to the place.
I'm like right beside Lucian.
Okay, we'll say for the sake of it, survival check, but with advantage because Timdell is also trying to find the spot to see where you left this kitty.
It's 14.
You get to the edge of the woods, following a similar path, but you're not following the exact same path because you were a little frantic and a little like, oh my god, the last time you were making it. See a bunch of people distracting a little bit as you walk your way through town into the edge, where passing through the farms and small homes. You get to the edge of the forest. You're looking at the trees. They all kind of look the same. You do not see Kushagra.
Oh my god.
I shake my ration bag.
I wrote it.
I mean, you guys are doing that. Yep.
The farmers are just like, what the fuck is going on today?
The minute I don't see Kushagra in any of the trees that I'm like looking up at, I'm immediately like walking into the woods and looking on the ground.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Is this where you left them?
Timdell gets
lost the brush.
See ya. See ya.
Hey, I'll help her. I'll try to help
It's a
her
6.
find it
She gone.
if I can.
Okay, advantage.
just
Lucian
roll it.
comes in behind you.
Do you want me to reroll
Yeah.
one?
Well, one, yeah.
Ooh, a 12.
Doubled it.
You guys both start wading through the brush, and you have to like push plants aside to even find track marks of any kind.
Yeah.
You see 2 sets of footprints that were at the base of the tree that match Kushagra's, like 2 paw prints, and then
I'll scream it.
you don't notice any more. You sift through the plants, kind of both branch out a little bit, and start to again inspect for about 10-15 minutes, but you don't find any tracks.
Right. That's simple, easy. He must have found his way into the woods. He could not be taken by the guards. We can only assume he went further into the woods. Does it show like the tracks are going further into the woods, or is we just
You find those ones. So you guys roll me a survival check, either advantage or each roll.
What do you want? I have a
Those
plus
are
1.
the 2 of them.
I
Just
think
the 2 of them.
I've got +4. What do you got?
So I have a plus 1. So you roll inspire. I'll
Unless, of course, like if you want to Davina, but that's fine. As you guys are looking.
What's your perception or survival?
Oh, you just follow us into the woods? I silently just.
I mean, you guys are probably about 20 or 30 feet away from them. They're like around the edge. You're not crazy far.
Yeah.
Okay.
But because of the bushes and stuff, you can see like the tops, the top of Lucian's head.
Throw one.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's looking for me.
Oh, then I can roll.
Like
Thank
tracks.
you.
Mm,
Nah,
18.
8.
Hey,
Oh no, sorry, 9.
9 total, 18 total.
18 now.
Alright, so as you guys are combing, about another 10 minutes pass by, and you are struggling. Like, there's a lot of bush, a lot of brush. How eventually, though, Lucian,
fermented milk.
you find yourself, like, you find your foot, like, sink into a mud pool, like, up to the ankle, approximately, and you're like, oh my god. And you look down, and there is you're standing in one of Usk's footprint,
Usk and Kushagra here.
and it is facing
That's not me.
north.
That's Usk.
Usk, sorry.
He's going to love this.
He's so happy
Do you have the water posters?
I have the water posters. I want to bring it to you. I was like,
Oh my god, can we print out water posters? Please, I want my water posters.
Why is it famous?
Sorry.
We will kill more Avendalians.
And you'll go,
Yes, we will.
What's my name?
what's my name?
Say my name.
Whose house? Whose house?
So yeah, you find the track of Usk leading north. It's okay.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not funny, guys.
All right, so
I don't know how you feel.
yeah,
This way.
very confidently be like, I found the way. Right there, right this way. I know. I see Kushagra and evidence of Usk. At the very least, I can only hope it's Usk.
So you guys
Or a very large
begin to
lizard.
follow
very
this
large
trail.
lizard. Either way, we must go
I'm
this way.
following, I'm pushing
Okay,
through, I'm
so
looking in the mud.
Lucian, you're leading.
Yes.
I'm following.
Okay, marching order, I suppose.
I guess it would probably go.
Lucian.
You can set you guys up.
And then
so
me.
that these guys are together.
I refuse to be back.
Just so it's easier on my brain to
Yeah.
see. Okay, cool.
You'll be okay.
All right, so you guys begin to follow this trail that Usk has left behind, this large monster,
Yeah.
as best you can.
Take on a monster.
It's actually quite easy to find,
flat.
believe it or not, because they were not trying to be too stealthy or anything. So you can fairly easily follow it through the brush. But you begin on this trail about an hour or so. Kushagra and Usk, you guys are a little bit lost right now. So as you kind of another hour or so passes again as you guys are walking, and you come to a very large rock before this very tall cliff face, and then to your left more trees, to your right more trees, and above the cliff you see more dense trees. The cliff is probably about 15 feet high.
Are there any like cracks like up like I don't know, I don't do rock climbing, but there's a name for it.
Make me a perception check, see if you can find a way.
Like handholds.
There's a,
I know what
there's
you're
a
talking
name
about.
For, like,
For like that
the-
action?
yeah, well, like the
There
the
is. It's
crack,
probably
you
like
know,
a cool
it's like-
rock
it's like a
climbing
niche or
term.
something like
Yeah,
there's
it's
some word like
I
that.
wouldn't doubt it. It's a word that we use in other
chasm?
sentences.
Chasms is a
Too
different.
big.
No,
But
chasm's
yeah.
huge. Yeah.
So roll me a perception check for that.
Just looking for
Crevice.
Crevasse to climb.
A crevasse.
That's 20!
Oh, days,
There
yes.
she be.
that's my pink girl. There we go.
Doesn't take long for you to
Finally.
scan down a ways and find a little crease crack with some decent rocks that are kind of jutting out of the side of the mud and the actual dirt that you can almost grab on as like firm enough handles. Find a very good climbing spot up.
Usk, I think I can get up this rock face here. How are you at climbing? You said you prefer the ground? Maybe if you will give me a moment, I will see what I can see from the vantage point and then come back down.
Okay. So it's relatively easy for you to climb up. I'm not trying to do anything other than climb up.
No?
So you can look over what you like. The trees are still pretty tall,
Yeah.
but you can still look back and see what you see. So roll me a perception check. Are you looking for anything particular?
Yes, I guess at this point I'd be mainly looking at, well, like
For
the
churches?
town.
Oh, okay.
No, well, so like, I've seen the map before, so I know that there is some sort of bluff, and I feel like the church is on that plateau. Like there is like a plateau in the middle of the forest,
Yep.
right? So I feel like we just got to that southernmost face. It'd be a lot easier if I could point to the map up on their side.
Fair enough.
So I'd be looking back like south west towards the farm. Yeah, so my assumption is that we are at that southernmost.
So yeah, you're
face
somewhere
that we
around
are.
here. Yeah.
So I'm looking back towards First Fire Port,
Okay.
trying to get a bearing on where we are. I guess, yeah, I've seen the map, so I know that there's a cemetery as well, so if I can see any evidence of any structures, try and glean where we are along that face.
All right. Roll me a perception check.
But I don't know that anybody's following us. I wouldn't be actually looking for anybody following us. Perception's plus 4, I think. Sorry, I should know this by now. Plus 4, yeah. 12.
So you look to your right, and you see mountains across the great chasm that is the large bay, stream, river, I suppose, that is the arm of Togo to your right. Before it you're looking through the brush and stuff, but you can see kind of the edge of water and cliffs and then mountains beyond that. And then to your left, again, more woods. And you can kind of see like the peaks of some houses, the peaks of like the top of the fortress as well beyond from your vision as well. For a 14...
Sorry, 12. That's 12.
Oh, 12. Yeah, I would say that's probably all you can see right now, to be honest. You don't see any structures or anything like that in the immediate vicinity or anything like that, though.
Big difference between 14.
So, like, I'm seeing
Not
the
much.
tops of like the keep in the first 5 port, and like I'm seeing the mountains. So, can I guess that I'm like closer to the west side of
Right.
the...
You would say you guys are probably more around this tip here, yeah.
Okay.
Like right about there. You're closer to the water than you are to like the rest of the cemetery area. Somewhere around here.
And looking northeast, I just see more woods.
More woods.
And it was 15 feet down, right? So I'm just gonna like crouch down and like talk down to Usk and say, "Do you think you can make it up this face?"
There's the shot.
It'll be faster than going around.
Roll me an athletics check if you want to try and climb.
Maybe if you have any rope, that'd make this easier.
Do I have a rope? Perhaps get
And try and toss the rope up.
Has chunks of seal on it.
After it
Yeah,
might take
find
one
a-
or two, but
find a tree, cinch it around. Like,
okay. You're tying the rope.
I'm not gonna tie. I'm just gonna loop it around twice and then hold on to it.
Okay, that's easy enough. So you're gonna get advantage for the athletics roll.
No need to worry about
Easy
it.
enough.
I don't really need to hold on very strong.
Yeah, it's just helping.
It'll tighten itself.
Jesus Christ.
It's a 7.
7.
Would you roll like a 2 at every?
It's pretty bad.
2 out of 5. 5.
Usk gets like 2 steps in. You kind of feel the weight of it, and you're like, "Whoa, okay." You're like, "No, you're like, "No, I got you." And it just takes one more step before you feel the rope slide between your fingers, and then just you hear this kind of thud as he's on his back.
Oh yeah, dang.
Say, based on the sound, like the, say Davina probably would have high enough perception. Would be the only one to hear
Okay. What
like-
happened?
a few miles away.
Are you okay?
I'd say a few miles away north of where you guys are walking, you hear this kind of like, oh.
Just heard something.
Oh boy. That was
That's my boy.
Can I tell?
My boy Green.
Or
Just random wild animal.
No,
Roll me, I'd say,
Nature?
yeah, I think nature's close. Close as we'll get, so we'll do a nature check. Yeah, trying to determine the animal sound.
Well, I just realized I had a fucking +5 on nature. What the fuck?
Nature
Bear or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got some shillelagh in there too? You behind? I love shillelagh. So much.
Sounds like a very big creature, if nothing else.
there's something north of here.
Maybe we should veer away.
Yeah.
That is May. That makes sense.
Atanda did say to be careful in these woods.
That's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
It's that way we're going that way.
So the trail you're following is doing a lot of this, to be honest.
Yeah.
So as you're kind of following it, you hear this coming north, and you want to go east or west.
Well, we should still.
Where are we?
follow our path.
Where are we in the grand scheme?
You don't really know, but you can roll me a survival check to see, maybe.
Because we're still following their footprints.
Yeah, we should still follow. Just
Yeah.
be careful.
They just got a little bit lost and did some circles. As far as you know, center of the woods somewhere. You look, there's trees all around you, and like you're barely looking over the ferns. Like,
Oh yeah.
Get it on your shoulders.
Get up there.
Sweet. Okay.
That was what.
Oh my god.
I just stand. I'm like, slugging around. It's not you. It's all the stuff you carry. It's like the 100 pounds of shit you carry.
Can you even carry her on your
Yeah,
shoulders?
can you even actually support me?
Probably not. How much do you weigh?
And
right
Davina's
now?
got Kushagra's
What you got
gear,
for
right?
weight?
Yeah.
Do you rate the 10?
I don't know, actually.
Roll me a strength check for the sake of it.
Me?
It's complicated.
You have at least 10 pounds of
I was gonna
gunpowder
say,
plus your body weight.
5 pounds.
Oh god, that's
I
a
might be able
5.
to-
That's I'm not carrying nothing.
It's gonna be pretty laborious.
Yeah.
You
So,
find
as soon
you
as I
take
get
like
up there,
5 or
I
6
just, like-
strides.
I sink right down to my knees and then I just. This isn't gonna work.
I'm just gonna hop off.
You feel his body like shaking after a few steps.
It's not you, I swear.
It's the holiday weight, okay?
It's the holiday way.
Get off.
It's the warm season.
The cruise ship weight.
Just really bloated right now. I'm really bloated right
Paulus was
Really bloated right now.
Paulus is
Does this
amazing.
armor make me look bad?
he was making me lots of soup with butter. I don't know.
Do we have
And a beer.
And beer.
Do we have like a word that we would know and they would know that might be?
But we don't want to draw
course.
anything.
That's why I'm
Seminars.
thinking.
But if we yell, we don't want anything to.
What?
Yeah, we haven't seen the pictures.
No.
We don't know who's.
Oos would be a very bad thing to say.
What's like? Is there an inside joke?
That's what I'm
for
thinking.
For the group yet? I don't. I'm trying to think. Drawing a blank.
I'm gonna scream my name.
Timdell?
The Fellowship of the
I'm gonna
Timdell.
scream.
Cruel? Something about cruel was.
See,
Ignore.
both
I'm gonna cast
Kushagra.
thaumaturgy
Oh, okay.
with and
That'll
boom
be
my,
loud.
my
No creatures in the woods are gonna hear that for sure.
voice. that,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and
Are
I'm
you?
just
What are you saying?
gonna yell Timdell.
Timdell, at the top of Barrett's lungs, shatters out. You see birds just like a number of bats and things like that as
Yeah.
well. Just
I just look over and I'm like,
and I'd say Kushagra and Usk are definitely like as you kind of laying on your back, gathering yourself up. You just hear Timdell like echoing through the trees.
well,
Oh my god, now
There
they're
was
gonna
something
think
out
that I'm
there.
missing.
Yeah.
Well, now it thinks that there's something bigger up there.
Usk. Did you hear that?
yeah. And it's going to come after us.
No, the smaller things don't go after the bigger things.
Yeah, I do.
I've only heard
Okay, you're an anomaly.
level of volume once before.
What's that?
It was made by one Barrett Hailstrom III.
Oh, you're right.
L-Y, yes.
Oh.
I believe there's a search and rescue out for us.
Maybe for you.
You don't know that.
You don't know where I am.
What?
They don't know where I am. Western again.
Where's
I don't know where I
Just
am.
erase it.
I'm out in the desert somewhere.
For 3 stinking
There ain't
days.
room enough.
Got throats dry.
It's that gosh darn peacock hat.
With a man who shot my father.
Damn right.
Who took my
Shot my raccoon and took my potatoes.
took my shoes?
Okay, we're getting off topic.
Oops, good. If we can make it up this hill, this is a vantage point in this area. The sound, we know where the sound came from, right?
South.
South. Okay. If we can start fire from here, smoke signals.
Yeah.
Do you have a tinderbox? All right, let's try this again. I'm gonna hook the rope up.
Another athletics check.
I'm gonna try and help. Like I'm gonna tie it off this time, and I'm gonna hold the end of the rope and help pull them up.
Roll me a sleight of hand check for the knot.
Sure.
The fun.
You better have that goddamn rope.
That wasn't my fault. 19 plus your fucking 7.
Solid.
I figured it was like
You tug on it a couple of times and you're like, right, that's
Yeah, that's
feeling
like
a lot
a-
better. Feeling a lot better.
In the order.
The scrawny
I like
cat
to
with
think
no
that
teeth
this
at the other end of it.
probably
I gotcha!
just
You're like, okay, I might have to use a little more of my actual athleticism, but athletics roll with advantage again.
And a hoe.
It's more like, "Rrr."
Identical.
Identical. 16.
Okay. Using like one hand on the cliff, one hand on the rope, you kind of like climb your way up.
That's scary as fuck.
Just you wait.
crawls
I ain't
up
seen nothing yet.
under his own weight and strength.
Could
Buddy.
be fire or something. I don't know yet.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You don't know the mysteries of Usk yet.
Who am I?
Who am I?
Who are you?
But you rise up to
I
the
don't
top
know
of the cliff.
anymore.
No identity. Untraceable dental records.
Are we starting a fire or what?
One.
Is there another way that we can send a signal? I am usually keen on discretion.
Make a lot of noise. That's less discreet than the smoke.
Do you have a means of starting a fire? You could collect some leaves and holding it over.
Well, first I would start with these, start with sticks.
Okay, but
Bark.
like you're starting the fire.
Yes.
I am collecting the leaves.
The bark.
I'll go get some bark.
I love this dynamic.
Can I find some bark?
There's plenty of trees. Roll me a survival check.
Dry bark, like under. Yeah, I don't want any of the wet bark.
I want to wet
Survival check.
Some more smoke in this.
Yeah, but
We're starting the fucking
we're starting a fire. This is. I've already got yelled at for this once before.
Survival check to see how long it takes you to
Middle
come up with
manager.
some like good things as well. You guys are
Who's
both
the middle
looking.
manager again?
Sure. It's probably you're probably
Some,
better. At
you're looking for
survival, right?
sticks. He's looking for
I'll
bark.
let you.
Yeah.
I'll help you search.
So advantage.
I'll need it.
Okay.
Is it 20?
Solid.
That was a 19.
Nice.
Takes you guys not more than 10 or so minutes to gather the required things for a good fire to start up. Comes back, big load, like a bunch of bigger logs and some small sticks, and you have
I
like
have like 3 sticks. I'm helping.
some folds of bark that are like neatly
I
piled.
cut, these are the driest sticks I could find.
Thud. A whole bunch of lumber.
Start splitting out the axe.
Okay. So eventually you guys are lighting this. Alright. Smoke begins. So in the meantime, you guys who are following these tracks, are you continuing to follow them, or are you fucking off?
Well, do the tracks go the same way as where we heard the ooh?
They don't immediately right now. Right now, you're still a little bit ways behind where they're kind of doing some S's.
I'd say regardless, we have to still find the tracks.
I agree.
For sure.
Alright, so following the tracks as
Following
they
the
are.
tracks.
Yeah.
Alright, roll me one more survival check.
Find Kushagra.
Are you rolling?
Yeah.
What? Can't have a dual adventure?
15?
Okay.
10 off?
Easily enough to maintain. As you guys continue to follow them, you find yourself like S-ing around a few times. You're like, oh my god, we just ran around this big tree. I recognize this big tree from before. We were on the other side of it now. Before Davina would spot this first, and then you guys follow afterwards. You see smoke beyond to the north of where you are, probably maybe 200 feet away.
Not many creatures start smoke.
Look, guys.
We're making it look like a cat and a lizard dancing together.
Doing hand puppets?
How close are we to any?
No, boop, I'm going. Going
smoke?
towards the smoke.
Timdell just, so just bushes kind of,
Yeah.
and she's gone.
Tim?
Shit lost. We won't be able
No.
to find you.
I'll start running after Tim.
Okay.
They all run in different directions.
The raptors.
You see, like, as you're following her, like, flashes of her green hair as the plants are, like, swaying back and forth.
My hair's the same color as
Yeah,
me.
full on camouflage.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing like I wear dirt-colored clothing too. So
Or Timdell, you kind of come out of the bushes towards the edge of this cliff, and you look up and you see light from fire and this large shadow of big monster creature and this kind of small, hunched-over creature standing next to it.
Hideous creature.
Both so rough.
Kushagra! I'll scream out.
Do I hear it?
It's not that far.
Did you imagine?
It's a
human.
Different monster shape.
Lucian comes behind a second later.
Two creatures.
Him? Is that you?
Are you okay?
Him?
I can't. I'm blind now too. Sorry, you're not like she's just down the cliff, right?
You guys are at the top of the cliff with the fire. They're just down at the bottom now.
Can I see Usk too?
Yeah, you
Oh, okay.
determine that it's probably him at this point. It's a large monster creature.
I'm hanging out.
Okay, you're further back maybe?
Yeah.
Alright, well you can't see him
I'm
yet.
not.
No, yeah, I figured, yeah.
hanging up cliffs.
That's why I'm asking Kushagra to go right, because there's a monster.
Just
beside him.
Kushagra.
Yeah.
You see like this looming shadow.
Who's with you?
I don't know. It's some giant lizard that I just met today. I'm just kidding. It's Usk. It's Usk. I have a funny message for you. Is that Lucian? Hilarious. Ah, yes. Good.
I'm blind.
That's hilarious. So I still feel like we're like not in invisible range for some reason. It hasn't.
We're like, you're not like looking down at us, we're looking up at you.
Okay. Yeah. Climb up the rope.
Oh, is the rope still there?
Yep.
I mean, we didn't explicitly.
You would. Is it?
Is
Sure.
it?
I'm gonna climb.
At the rope.
Yeah, actually.
No.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, roll me athletics check with advantage.
Fail, please.
14.
Your legs like swinging as you climb up. Like all arms, baby.
Yeah, baby!
I too.
I like swing over the
Okay.
top.
And Davina, Barrett, are you guys following along as well?
I guess this is where we're
You two
heading?
guys. 12 you make it, yeah.
Gym class. It's gym class.
So yeah, I'm like 14, 15. before
Davina climbs up next.
I really don't like flying.
I'm gonna like run into Kushagra and give him a
I'm
big
gonna be the one that. I'm gonna be the one
And,
that.
like,
Recoil. a little
What
bit
were we
reluctantly.
rolling?
Athletic.
Athletic.
But as I do, my arms, as
Athletics,
my
yeah.
arms wrap around
Only
him,
plus.
his cloak is gonna change back into its
Okay.
original form.
Good thing it's advantage because it's an 18.
Very sad.
18, no
Very
problem.
cool.
You're reluctantly, but you're like
Like you want
strong arm your way up, no problem.
And I'm gonna look at Usk and
Oh yes, I have that thing to show you. I whip out the wanted poster. I mean, I know they spelled your name wrong, but that's pretty accurate though, isn't it?
I am very happy to see you all again. I didn't know if
It's my
we
bad.
would ever cross paths again. I thought for sure Usk and I would be bandits for life on the road,
Country.
living on fermented milk and leaves.
How long have you been now?
here we go.
It's like 4 o'clock right now.
I'm 3 hours and you're already talking about a life of fantasy. Fantasy?
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 Piracy?
Bandit.
Banditry.
Piracy. Banditry.
Banditry.
Ah, banditry.
Banditry.
Banditry. Fantasy. I don't know. Making up words. I sound smart. That's a fancy part. No, you don't know. Like, that's enough from you there, boy. Old chatty Cathy.
Oh,
you don't.
No, you don't.
I'm gonna like go
Okay, that's
look
enough.
around,
Alright, let's get
see if I can see
some-
some edible like foliage, like something edible that's around.
Okay, make me a nature check.
That's 5, baby.
Good.
No,
That's the die.
that's not enough.
That's the one.
Yo, 18.
nice.
So just
Okay.
Lucian put his hat backwards and things changed very quickly.
Alright, so I gotta reform myself a little bit. There we go.
That's Lucan.
Lucan. Fuck.
Lucan.
Fuck. It's all Lucan. Wrong. That'll be my
Your alter
Angelian
ego.
guard name. Lucan. Saw.
I would say, like in the immediate vicinity, as you're just looking around for something, you do find, like, you don't know the foliage necessarily of this area, but you do find some interesting looking herbs. This kind of green leaf that comes out and kind of forms into little splints, essentially, that comes out that looks and smells like it could potentially be edible. As you kind of come over to it, let's see, roll me another, what would it be? Yeah, I feel like investigation is kind of the way to go, but it's simply, actually, roll me another nature check on this
That
one.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Investigation nature both +5, so.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not. Nope. I don't know. 16.
Noise.
Okay. You're at least able to discern that this is some form of healing, potentially herb of some kind. Like, you're not 100% sure of exactly the qualities of it, but you're like, this is something I recognize as like something that would potentially, okay?
I'll put it in my mouth, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bite on it. It's bitter, kind of not unkind, like a arugula sort of flavor to it almost, but
Vanilla, is
it's
that
more like arugula sort of flavor. So it's that like kind of bitter flavor, but it's a bit tougher and more like straw than that. So you can like gnaw on it.
Well, can I identify it even further from eating it?
I mean, you don't know the name of it, but
Sure, no, but I. Okay.
You know what's up.
It's
I
all
know,
nice
I know it has a healing element.
Feel all
Yeah.
nice and warm inside.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I haven't had any damage, but I don't need healing, right? So I don't know if I'm gonna try and scour the surrounding area and try and grab as much as I can.
okay.
Gunpowder.
So yeah, survival
maybe?
check to gather up as much as you can.
Yeah.
I might try and help her, try and see like that she
yeah.
knows a thing or two about survival in the woods, so I'll be like, ooh, what's this?
I know nothing about survival in the woods.
So
I'm just
roll
gonna
me a
have
survival with
Fair
advantage then, as you gather up some of these herbs, as the fire is kind of crackling around you guys, and the light of the day is sort of beginning to fade as it's 4 or 5 o'clock.
19, baby.
The woods is kind of like the desert.
I would say you're able to gather up about a pound worth
Jesus.
of splint leaf, or of this leaf.
Shit's everywhere.
1 pound of Timdell.
Just for the sake of ease, just call it.
Calling the Ruby Pound. This is called Timdell now.
Actually, yeah, you guys don't know the name of it yet. That's fine. I know what it is.
Sure.
1 pound of healing herb.
No, I'm gonna call it Lucian.
Lucian.
Lucian flower?
Lucian.
Oh, good cue. Hey, yo.
Yo, he said it'll make you feel good.
So as you guys begin to do some gathering of herbs, so that takes for you guys probably about half an hour or so to do that. In the meantime, we'll take a quick break here. So,
Yeah.
as we come back from our break, and Timdell and Lucian are foraging together for some herbs.
Oh, Usk, okay. Really? This is fascinating. They're all named after
17 intelligence.
Usk.
You guys are standing around the crackling fire. Otherwise, I would expect.
Yes.
Usk, what is this? I don't understand.
Fine. Thoroughly.
I think I have to say a few words before we continue. My actions put not only myself, but all of us in danger. And down at the docks, I chose to escalate things to a degree that I wasn't myself expecting. And I lost my teeth for it. And to be honest, I thought I had lost all of you as well.
No, I can't be king back.
I lost consciousness, and when I woke, I don't remember much, but Lucian and Tim, you were there, and you managed to get me to safety. Barrett, I put an unfair burden on you by thrusting this object of desire into your arms. I found myself in a place where I had no one else to turn to. I felt that there was no other option. I understand if you no longer wish to travel with me. But I say to you today that I am not the same Tabaxi that you knew several days ago. I am not as invulnerable as I believe myself to be. Growing up with certain privileges, I believed myself untouchable. And throughout this morning's events, I had to rely on all of you more than I've ever had to rely on anyone. So thank you for being there for me. And for showing up one more time.
We're all in this together.
Davina, you were the one who saved my life. As I lay on the ground bleeding.
Please.
I looked up and the first thing I saw after blacking out was your healing hands.
Would have killed you earlier, but I had to time it. Otherwise, I would have been caught as well.
Details. I would not be here if it wasn't for you. For all of you.
I just gave you a pat on the back.
I've forgiven you. That's true. It's okay. You're good now.
Nothing to forgive. You killed someone, though.
Sure did.
Tried it? No.
We'll stab the guy with a
Tried it? Yeah. Why are you gonna try it?
Yeah,
You should probably lay low.
What we need to talk about that is you maybe want it for murder.
It says right on the post.
Yeah.
I'd ball up my fist. And I actually hug Kushagra.
Aww. It hurts more than the fist would have.
I'm not gonna ask why. I'm not gonna. It's done. But I had all intentions of punching you right in that face.
Knocking out all the teeth.
Great, the teeth have already been knocked out.
But
Sorry, too soon, Kushagra. I apologize.
I faced down what the reason why we're in this mess. You might have put us in. Your actions might have put us in this mess. When you switched the swords. But I know that the feeling that sword brings after you gave it to me.
You've felt its call.
Once. I've spoken with that with whatever lives in that sword.
Once for myself.
If you have resisted it an equal number of times, then perhaps it is you who is meant to be carrying it. I assume you still have it in your possession?
Timdell's the one that's trusted with it.
Timdell.
It doesn't seem to affect Lucian.
Whatever reason, I'm not mad about it at all.
Spikes
Me, I don't want
like
it.
me.
So, you just want me dead.
I'll relate to them both what I did during the showdown on the docks of saying that I replicated the Whisper's Edge into a different sword, and that's what they found at the docks. Which you didn't know that before, so
Yeah, no, I was unconscious while that happened.
so now you do.
We did the old switcheroo. The proper switcheroo.
That is, it's quite the plan we come up with. That's incredible.
Thank
And
you.
it worked. They left you alone after that. They took the bait.
For now,
At least for what we can tell.
until they figure out it's not an exact replica, because it's not.
Well, they don't know that we are the ones that placed it.
No.
I mean, Kushagra can only get so wanted, I guess.
My thought process is that
Usk is more wanted.
Yes.
kind of hoping they'll think that Kushagra stole a fake in the beginning.
That's a good point.
There's no reason to believe otherwise.
If you
Why would they have assumed that there would be a second?
And leave
The
me.
the biggest tell is the fact that the eye does not move on the fake.
They don't know that.
The prince has seen the genuine article.
For but a few moments.
So we're kind of hoping she's dumb.
Humans are stupid.
Agreed. While we are here, I feel there are a few more cards I need to lay on the table. And not usual cards.
I was like,
I like how he's talking like this. I got a humor card.
stop.
Serious?
As a little
He is,
neighbor.
We all
I'm like separating herbs at the same time as this is happening. And,
Actually poking the fire.
yeah, like guards.
we all have our reasons for being on this island. I've begun to question mine. But I'm done with hiding things from those who will go out of their way to help me in the way that you have. I'm sure you're aware of my affiliation with the Thieves Guild.
The
I've worked-
penguin lies its eggs.
I like to drink tea in the evening.
Yes, the Thieves' Cant can be transparent at times.
It's a little bit
But not in the
ridiculous. I'm not
mornings.
going to lie.
Ah,
Talking about birds in the bush.
10,000 gold is the bounty on the head of one Princess Marcia of Avondale.
I audibly gasp.
Wait, so you
Spit take on my water skin.
were you tasked with? Ow, eat my
This
head.
is an open contract.
So
I mean, I'm not a fan of her.
I'm beginning to question my own understandings of others. The princess is young and may not understand the danger that she is in. I was told that there was the Princess of Avondale, a half-elf, that is to be dealt with.
Princess of Avondale, a half elf or and a half elf?
She is supposed to be a half-elf. I have yet to see any evidence of this. I am not one to... I never believed myself one to act rashly. I wanted to make sure that this person was indeed worthy of such a fate.
It's hard to justify somebody young and stupid being
Sentenced
sentenced to
so
death,
young, yes.
but at the same time, that's the price of power.
This is an open contract, and there will be others coming to seek it.
Who said it?
It is not the way of the Thieves Guild to know who is the one who posts the contract.
The less people know, the better.
Indeed.
Is there any way we could find out?
I mean, the only
There
way to
is no
find
way that I
find
can
out is diving deep into the Thieves Guild, and that's just a mess.
That network is well established on the mainland. We would have no hope of doing that from here.
Since we're in a sharing mode, the first time the three of us fiddled with that sword.
Yes.
I
I'll
told-
through my notes.
I
don't think everything.
I informed Lucian of what I seen, what I felt. Second time, I did not. After what happened earlier, I had some trust issues.
How did that
And
make you feel?
Usk, when we were on with the red woman, she said something about a gray man. Did she not? This sword that we keep talking about has an entity in it who was placed in there by the gray man. He wishes. I'm assuming that you wish vengeance on this person. It seems like the entity in the sword wishes the same thing. His name is Rabio.
Does that name mean anything to you?
I cast its advances on myself away twice. It knows, I guess, my true name. The name that I was given before I ended up at the carnival. I don't know how. It's not telling me how it knows either.
What is this true name?
I guess my name is Karos.
Karos.
Yes.
Doesn't sound right.
It's like cruel. Karos.
Barrett Aylstorm. Barrett Montgomery Aylstorm.
The third. Yeah,
That
that's
that
what.
has rings to it.
Gravitas with that one. That's the name.
I like to think that it's not the influence that it's had on me the last little bit. But I'm second guessing calling what's in that sword evil to an extent. At one point it becomes... When does it become a tool?
When we know more about it.
Now I have an idea. I know.
I won't.
Yes, I don't know where I was directly looking at you, so I apologize, but maybe you should look away. Or gather some more pigs or something.
Big on.
Right over the cliff you go. But listen to me now. You got some sass. You got some sass. Seeing as it mentioned the grave, Usky boy has mentioned something. We have not tested him with the sword. I need to complete as much analysis of the sword as I can. As I can with this sword. I need to know as much as I can with this. It's both killing me inside and I can find out some more answers. I just have to hold our Usky boy down just in case if it takes hold.
Hold me.
I'm not saying holding him down per se, but
That's all Uskard was like, you want to hold me down.
What if we
That-
tried
that-
the blood drops like I did, instead of him actually
yes,
grabbing?
indeed. That's what I mean.
Oh, we found out that it absorbs blood.
It doesn't absorb blood.
Not evil at all. No.
Could be thirsty.
The blood.
I mean, you offers supplemental.
There are angels who thirst for blood.
What is that? Forbidden root. Lucian, I think, is acting up with my esophagus.
Did you eat some?
I did see some Lucians. But that is entirely up to you, Skipper.
Oh, what the heck?
I'm-
awesome.
I'm leaving this decision directly for her. Anything that she says is what I'm going with.
This is all great in theory, but it's not here.
You didn't bring it with you?
No, I hid it.
Did you not? Where'd you hide it? You brought it with you.
I do not. No.
Why would
You said it was on your person when we left.
It was on my personal.
why would you leave it at why would you leave it at the breast?
I didn't say I left it there.
Well, you took it from me at the breast.
And
I didn't see you leave with it.
Kushagra went out a window.
Timdell has made some clever assumptions.
So it's not yet.
since
That's
Timdell,
This-
we nearly died for the sword, and you mean
no.
to say that you left it there?
She's right.
I trust
Insight on me.
I trust Timdell.
Do you want to do a deception?
Yeah, yeah.
Insight? Whoever wants to try and read this.
That's a 19.
Yeah, 16 for me.
Is it like a passive insight kind of thing, or because like I'm not actively
Even if
Well,
I
again-
know,
Your
against
passive
that,
insight.
yeah.
Your passive insight's 14.
No.
So
And I'll explain, but
Lucian, you can see that she's not telling the truth.
Yeah.
15. Please speak plainly. Tim.
am I speaking fancily?
What I mean, where is it?
if she doesn't think that we
We nearly died for this for nothing?
There's a cliff right there.
it's safe.
Is it? It's in a hotel room, in a bloody inn.
Is it safe?
I'm just gonna like throw my bag at Lucian.
Okay.
Like
The whole bag
throw the bag. And
hits you in
I'm
the
gonna go down-
chest.
I'm gonna go down the rope.
Good.
Good.
Job.
I'm just gonna hang out
To
like
the bottom of the cliff.
basically just like around, like not anywhere
Are you
far.
pacing?
Yeah.
I pull out my growler for each sour and spread.
That's none of my business.
So you're holding Timdell's pack on you.
All right.
Yeah,
Davina,
Davina still has Kushagra's stuff.
Things. I would love some water. Just like a water skin, maybe.
Oh, I could have given you some water.
Here's some
Here's your water.
Thank you. Here's some stuff.
it's missing a
Here's your bag.
Here's your toolkit as well. I don't know what happened to the little bag of money in the island. It must have fallen out.
So I have
Did
zero
you take his gold?
I don't know.
I need to know for my notes.
You take the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're not the poorest
Nice.
person.
So the bag of you have no coin pouch.
Man, healing's expensive around here.
Just charging you in advance
Cost
for
your teeth
more.
and all your gold. Shit, you didn't.
I'll like begrudgingly start to like sigh, just rummage through.
Root through my stuff.
Amongst the gunpowder
And
the
I'll be
gunpowder,
like,
that is loose
herbs, there's
in
the
there.
I'll
scraps,
find the small music
There's a
box and
to-do
like,
list.
just be like really upset that I am doing this.
You do find it though.
I do find it.
Oh, my music
The
boxes?
music box.
You drank all
It
my
just
water,
feels like
so-
shit, but I have to find it, and I'm assuming I eventually find it, or do I find the bundle?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's not hidden. It's just a lot.
I'll pick up the sword.
Gunpowder like falling off it.
Usk. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Always.
I almost.
Did you write down the gold?
I'll start to.
I'm robbing you, but I'm not
I
exactly
almost
sure how
forgot
much I have.
about it.
This is 24 gold pieces.
Are you guys unwrapping it?
I'll start to unwrap
35
it.
silver pieces.
Those of you who do not wish to, you can
And
look avert your
27
eyes,
copper
avert your
pieces.
gaze.
You're down there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go down.
Don't worry, I'll be
As
your
well.
sugar,
Okay.
sugar mama.
I'm weeping. down here.
Ouch.
Quietly or loudly?
Quietly. I'm terrified, that's why. I'm super scared.
I mean, you're giving the murder weapon to the most murderous
murder
person.
beast.
Like,
Well, and this is all very far from out my realm, right? So,
I'm just gonna sit at the base, kind of, and just more or less letting you know that.
and I'm gonna, as soon as he sits down, I'm gonna sit in and like grab his cloak and like put it around the other side of me.
Like wiping the tears on it.
oh, yeah, Susan, yeah. I'm gonna grab the rope and tie a lasso and pray.
Oh, Jesus. We're never making it back up, Barrett.
I'm gonna stand beside you and say, like, if something happens, Usk, I'm gonna do my best to protect myself.
Sounds like a good idea.
Right.
Oh wait, when you mean try to lasso around the rope, are you taking the end that we...
No, I have my own rope.
Oh, okay.
The rope.
I just wanna make sure we can easily get back up.
His rope is still there. Yeah.
I'm just gonna actually play a little tune while we're sitting down here.
So you guys are unwrapping, you just hear.
Unfurl the last
Dun,
flap.
dun.
Do not let him touch that.
So Davina, Kushagra, Usk, and Lucian are up there.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you unfold the last flap and the glint of the blade
I'm
in the
not
firelight,
looking at
kind of
it. I'm averting my eyes as much
in the
as possible.
eye.
No, not one.
I just moved because it's the fake one.
Bruh.
What a twist! Could you fucking imagine?
She gave the real one to the other.
I'm not joking. I almost did that.
So the eye starts darting around.
Then I-
So all four of you guys can roll me wisdom saving throws.
All four of us.
It's words enough. Oh.
Wait, me?
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, you're down there.
I'm
so,
down with it.
sorry, I forgot Barrett went down.
Yes.
Oh, you're.
So I'm still gonna.
You're still
24.
16, 24.
Oh, so you're not.
I'm not.
You're not one of the.
I was like, it's happening!
Oh, you're actively
No,
averting
it
the
doesn't
gaze.
want you.
I was actively I was like
Yeah.
trying not to look at it. But
Okay,
I told everyone who
regardless, it's
doesn't.
at 14.
Yeah.
but you're looking.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
so you're averting your
Not
gaze. Those were all good rolls. So,
Okay.
so as the eye kind of darts around, and you guys are averting your gaze as best you can, or at least a little bit, you hear this kind of like crawling into your head.
I would ask if I may take a prick of your finger to see if the blood reacts. Look, my dagger.
1 point of damage.
I know.
From a prick.
Does
I
he
know.
rage? I take half damage.
1 halved is 1.
Really
So,
funny is when he does that to me. at some
Squeezing
point,
the
but
drop
you,
of blood over the edge of the blade, you see it kind of soak into the blade.
I'm gonna stop your music playing. I just want to make because I want to make sure if
Usk.
I can hear something, then I can hear
Roll
it.
me a wisdom saving throw.
12.
As you see your blood drop onto the blade and it kind of simmer down in the eye, fixates on your one eye, and you see Usk's one eye, people just dilate completely. And Usk, your vision goes blank. You hear words that you don't understand, in a language you don't understand. But you do understand. Sorry. For you see fire in your mind's eye. Standing between them, you see a figure, very elegant, standing there, prim, proper posture. The light kind of flickers off of the face of this human man. Beautiful complexion, and just smiles. And you guys see Usk's hand reaching for the handle
I'll
of the
be
blade.
moving the blade away.
You're just gonna move the blade away
Move the blade away.
Cover it up.
Like hold.
as you see his hand just instinctively moving towards it. You move it away. It just reaches out. Usk takes a step
I will
further,
take
reaches.
Mage hand and hoist it 12
way
feet
up.
up in the air. 20 feet up in the air.
Okay. As Usk, you're looking at this person, and all of a sudden their body just kind of... And you see the crackling of the fire in front of you. Shadows of your friends around it.
What did you see?
Fire. Man.
Did you know that, man?
No.
Did he say anything to you?
Wolves.
Seems like the same account that Barrett. Damn it. Blade still. But you're not dead. Trust.
The blade in the
Can I
air is still
recognize
looking
the
at
eye if it looks similar to that of Usk's eye?
it. Roll me an investigation check.
You can't see me.
Can't see you.
Literally.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. There is not a similarity to the eye, although the eye is much larger than like a normal eye would be in that particular case as well. It's like the bulb of a sphere almost, and kind of fits between on both sides. You can see it kind of like bulge out kind of. Where it's almost like it would fit in the palm of your hand, really. It's quite large. So it doesn't match Usk's eye, at least in appearance. Yeah.
Right.
He's an eye thief. An eye for an eye.
That's enough.
I see what you did there.
Are you alright, Usk? If I cover it away, will you try to resist it?
We'll find out, won't we?
Or what have I done? So scary. All in the name of science, I will wrap it back up.
Come back
Bring
down.
it back down and wrap it back up.
As you guys are doing this, the day's beginning to slip away further and further, and you see the cusp of dusk in the air as the sunset begins to fall.
Bring Timdell and Barrett back up.
Is there anything on the lower plateau that is edible? Looking for shit.
Mandangles?
I mean, roll me a survival check again.
You see
Nature.
Or nature, excuse me, thank you.
That's all I picture.
Oh, is it 20?
I guess I don't need to.
25, 22.
I would say growing nearby in the area, you find more of the same sort of thing. There's some like low berry bushes as well that you can kind of gather up as well. So,
I'm gonna like in my shirt
okay.
start gathering stuff. Yeah.
Specifically berries or some more of the herb?
Yeah, more of her, but berries just
All right. Roll me a survival check for the sake of it as well. As you gather up.
60.
Okay. So say you gather another like half pound of the herbs, and enough for like one meal, I would say, worth of berries.
Like how much would you say for the 6 of us? Like a handful or so?
Like
Like a few?
probably 2 good scooping handfuls worth of berries. So like a decent amount. You find a couple of good bushes.
Tiny gnome hands.
Oh shit.
No bushes.
You like give them the old sample, and you're like, okay, these are okay.
I don't ever want to pick it.
They're not dissimilar to like a blackberry.
Sure. Okay.
Tiny gnome hands.
Four berries.
Everybody gets a little bit, but it would be like one good meal for somebody.
For me.
Yeah.
It's just when I found it.
It's there. Fair enough. Yeah.
How many? I guess you give me a ration. I'll return your ration. I don't have any gold to pay you.
That's all right. Neither do I.
It seems to have been misplaced during the kerfuffle. I do have rations that I can pay.
Things got wild there, so.
I will. I'll try and give Timdell a little talk, just saying we're all done up down here or up there. I apologize, Tim.
Are we still down?
Yeah. I have a shirt full of berries now. How am I gonna get up there?
I'll.
I'm just gonna look at you, like
Yeah.
you can just see how much I'm carrying.
I'm gonna like take off my cloak and then mage hand it into like a little pouch, and then make like a little basket carrier.
How much can your mage hand carry?
10 pounds.
Oh, never mind. Oh, you wanted him to.
Either way,
I wanted to get
it's
in.
enough for
Enough
the
to carry
berries. Yeah, it's
Have to
fine.
carry berries for sure.
Yeah.
Sure, of course.
For sure.
I think it is about 10 pounds. Or maybe it is 5. Either way.
Either no, it's
10, no more than 10.
There
no
you
more
go.
than 10.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So it's all
That's a lot, actually. It's a
all
lot.
my
Quite a bit, yeah.
all my herbs and all my berries and shit are all in there, and I'll make my way
Okay.
back up.
I'll follow suit.
It's an imp that can't carry more than 5
Right.
pounds. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Or unseen servant can't do much. Unless it's
Are we making camp here then?
I mean, you already got the fire going, I guess.
your best vantage point.
Is there fire going? Oh yeah, we got the smoke
Yeah.
signals, of course. Yeah.
You helped.
I had 4 twigs.
Yeah, you helped.
Or essential in the starting of the fire.
We didn't start the fire.
Well, what time was it? It's dusk.
Like 5, 6 o'clock or so.
It's starting to like.
Sun
get
is
dark.
beginning to
I
set.
feel
Yeah.
like it would be unwise to wander.
Nicer with that.
I agree.
We will need to be vigilant during the night.
We shall take first watch.
We don't know what horror
Is there-
is this.
I can take first watch. I have no problem.
I'm assuming we're not. I don't plan on going to sleep at the moment.
No, but
I'm going to meditate.
Essentially, also everyone except for Davina is like starting to get a little hungry because it's. You
Yeah.
guys ate at breakfast, but she had lunch, so
I'll
she's
definitely use
pretty good.
rations.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna use a ration.
Okay. Food.
I had a day's ration.
Food.
that, he gave me this morning.
Yeah.
Do
I got rations
And you're
still
gonna eat
as well.
Okay.
Do Usk and Kushagra both have still like wounds visible?
I mean, they're healed, but they're
healed up.
Yeah.
visible. Yeah.
Same.
But
one.
I'm caked in
yeah,
blood.
you
still.
have a recent fresh
Have
wound,
an
but
ouchie.
other than that, you're looking
Got a
good.
bobo hangnail.
They're standing with their full strength. You know, they're not weak.
Proudly with no teeth.
So you guys are making camp. Is that my understanding? Do you guys have any
Oh, it's-
bedrolls or any sleeping
I have
equipment of any kind?
Bedrolls.
All right.
I have a
We got a
I do have a bedroll.
One,
and a
two,
mesket. Bedroll.
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 Ah, bien sûr.
I do
4.
not have a bedroll.
I have a blanket.
Thought I had a
I
Okay.
have a blanket.
So you have a blanket. It's pretty warm, so like it's like the warm season, so it's pretty hot even at night right now. But something to cuddle up on. So Kushagra, you or Kat, you're probably okay,
Yeah,
sleeping
I'm,
comfortably
I'll
wherever
climb a
you
tree,
are.
but I'm just yeah. I'm gonna change into my traveling clothes, so I'm not in like tatters. And I have my cloak on. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll climb up into a tree. Take a nap. Cat.
Right. So it takes you guys maybe like half an hour to an hour to settle your campsite and clear some space, make some areas for you to sleep in. But you guys are making camp for the evening? Okay. So,
I'm gonna share my berries.
is anybody taking freshly picked berries?
Mix of rations and berries.
Is anybody taking first watch?
I'll take
Or
first
a
watch.
watch?
I'll take a watch.
There will be a total of 4 watches needed over the course of 10 hours for the evening.
I can take watch.
Okay, so first watch,
First watch.
Lucian,
Second.
Yeah.
second, okay.
So we should double up on watches, right?
I think that might be a good idea.
It can be slightly longer, and you can do 2 and then 2. It's easy. Like 2 people and then 2 other people.
Who's will be with Lucian?
Okay, Usk and Lucian, first watch.
Yep.
Alright. So as the evening slips into about 8, 9 o'clock, and you guys begin to bed down for the night, Lucian and Usk take their watch. Okay, so you guys roll me a perception check as you keep your ears and eyes and
That's a
nose
nat
open.
20 plus 4.
The dirty 20.
Nice.
You're keeping a sharp eye.
Spot.
Good to know.
Sharp eye.
All 3 eyes.
Old iron.
All 3
All
eyes.
3 sides are good as 2.
So as your companions rest around you, you and Usk man the fire, keep it fed. Giant log in the middle. Just raging inferno for a minute.
Steep.
During our time, we'll just be practicing my forms as well. Trying to sound and move and do some kung fu shit.
Okay.
Very good for your lower back. Yes.
One action.
We are trying to sleep over here.
I like to think I'm, swift and silent on the wreck surface.
Sure. Sure, why not jump through the cliff?
See Lucian kind of practicing his form, the silhouette of him against the edge of the kind of sky in the lining over the forest, the fire burning behind you. Usk kind of making slight of things.
Fucking peanut gallery over there.
Yeah, totally. But eventually,
Do slow.
there's one thing that you do notice, as you guys, a few hours begin to pass. There's one thing that you do notice is that there isn't a ton of like large creatures or anything like that, or at least coming into proximity. The culture of the forest seems to be rather small creatures. You hear scuffling about, the normal forest sounds of, but nothing immediately large alerts your ears throughout the course of the search. However, as we continue on,
Oh, good to have you.
a few hours pass before you guys begin to feel the need to relieve yourselves.
We'll be tapping. Well, we guess what's happening.
Who's taking second watch? I know Davina and
Should I
Kushagra.
go with Davina this time?
Okay, so you guys are taking over.
Sleep.
I'll stay. Oh, you're doing a.
Or are we just doing 2 watches?
2 watches.
Change, yeah. I'm going to change out to Davina.
I had quite a big sleep this morning, so.
Yeah,
Long rest.
Long rest time.
nearly.
Almost there.
Nearly.
I already made it, so.
So as Davina and Kushagra are up as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys roll me perceptions as well.
I'll remember.
23.
Nice.
Superman died, never left.
Also 23.
Nice. You guys are very vigilant in
You guys
these
are
woods.
setting up our way too high.
As like you guys' ears are perking to every tick and fly and things like that. Like at some point you see Kushagra you hear this kind of by your head, just chomp this fly.
He was gumming it.
It's kind of in your mouth.
Don't choke.
Never mind me.
Here's some peach. Wash it down with that.
I'll take some ale.
How much is left in this growler?
I mean, it's probably getting pretty low. Yeah.
Sun's getting real low there, big guy. I take the.
I need the angry drunk over here.
With me. Sun's getting real low.
Thank you, Davina.
Just whack one more science
Leave something
experiment.
Say, throughout the course of the evening, as the darkness of the full night, it is like fairly clear night. The moonlight lights a little bit from your location. You guys can see a little bit of that kind of soft moonlight glowing over the forest as the sound of the nearby very large river is kind of like washing through. Amongst that, though, very faded, very faint, you hear off in the far distance, somewhere north of where you are, this very subtle kind of sharp, guttural scream that echoes through the trees to your location that is sharply cut. You both hear that.
What was that?
I heard a scream of anguish.
Can you tell what it was?
I think it was a man.
Say, make me intelligence of some kind. Hold on. Yeah, I'd say a nature check. Yep.
Nature.
Yep.
Nature.
Nature.
Choose.
That's pretty neat.
20.
14.
Definitely sounded humanoid, like human, elven, something like that, for sure. Didn't sound like a beast.
It just was like straight north of us, right?
North of you, gauging several miles at
Like
least.
the echo, you can't really tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell,
exactly
especially through the thick jungle and all that stuff.
We will have to be
Causes
very
a-
careful in the morning when we venture out. We've been warned of larger creatures in these woods. We Sounds like one just found its prey.
We should tame the fire down the middle so we don't have too much time.
That might be wise. How cold is it out tonight?
It's quite warm, actually.
Okay, yeah. I'd say
28 degrees.
Oh yeah, so let's go.
Warm.
We'll try to like not put it out, but like keep it at
Let it
embers.
smolder.
Yeah.
Sure. You guys pull a couple of the logs that are burning out of it and kind of
We're just not
pat it.
fucking burning
Yeah.
tinder.
420
You,
blades.
you take the big log that's like
Yeah,
mostly
off.
burned down, like just off, basically.
Just like keep the coals alive.
As little light as possible. And I want to keep an ear out to see if I can hear anything else coming to that direction.
Okay.
Or anywhere else, obviously. But
Just trying to focus on our like immediate vicinity, make sure I can hear the breathing of each of my 5 comrades.
So as another 10, 20, 30 minutes pass, just silence. Eventually the hours continue on, beginning to see the light of the day start to rise. As it is long rest.
Yeah, we did it! We made it through one day. That's insane that all that happened in one day.
That was a big day.
It was a big day. So it is now Om Day. Om.
Happy Home Day. I was gonna say 420 was a couple days ago. We missed it. In game.
That was like April.
Was it?
In game. Yeah, it was. It's June is the 4th month.
Oh yeah, true. Cute.
See you next noon.
See you next Duna. So the sun does rise. Eventually, your companions all begin to wake on their own circumstances. Om Day, 4th Om Day.
Yeah.
It is the morning.
Here's the man and the do the home day.
And let's see what the weather shall be like.
And the chicken strip.
So sun coming up, you hear this kind of like this looming moisture in the air, kind of. You look above and you see kind of heavy clouds beginning to form, thick and gray. And as you guys are all waking and kind of gathering your things, cleaning up your bedrolls and getting things packed up, you feel the first couple droplets of water before it begins to very heavily rain.
If we get back into the effect, we might be a lot less wet.
The sooner we get to our destination, the sooner we'll get out of this rain. I would like to change into my leather armor first, because right now I'm just in clothing. I got a feeling.
I got a feeling.
So I'm putting on my leather armor, and I'm gonna put my cloak up over my head, keep some of the water off of my belongings. I have my beloved Sailor's Wind that I got from
The crazy librarian.
yeah.
Oh, do you want to start reading that?
At some no, I'm
Okay.
taking it out now. Right?
I'm just gonna use it as a hat.
And also, no, I'm gonna hang on to it for now. But I just
Alright.
I'm like, I've been traveling in the rain with books before, and you have to protect them, or
Yeah,
else they get.
they will be.
My books!
Pages will be fucked.
You
And
gotta be
Find them,
careful.
my
these are ink, yeah, in pen. Yeah.
I'm wrapping
It
the
runs.
shit out of it.
in plastic. Wait, that hasn't been invented.
That's not a thing. Damn it.
Whale stomach.
I'll actually wrap it up in my bed.
So you just kind of roll it up into
Or
it.
what's a mess kit? Is that a form of, is it a tin box? Or is
There
it
are certain things that are quite specific to what is in that, which
it
I
tin
have
box?
semi-handily.
It's some sort of pot and like a cutlery and
Okay.
Yeah, that's
cooking.
basically.
apparatus, right?
Depending how big the pot is.
Yeah, this tin box contains a cup, a simple cutlery, and the box clamps together on either side. So, like, in it is just cutlery and a little cup,
Okay.
pot.
And then tinder boxes.
Bowl.
The tinder boxes that have actual
Tinder box.
sizable logs in it.
No, it doesn't have logs, but it has like flint, fire steel, and like a little bit of dried timber, I guess, for like starting a quick little fire. I suppose it does have timber.
Is it
Um,
a
Tinder.
spellbook size? Does it give a shape?
Well, it's a small container. I would say if you took everything else out of it, you might be able to put your spellbook in it.
I'll take out my flint and all that stuff and put it at the bottom of our bag.
Okay.
And then put my spell
Book.
inside my
Alright.
tinderbox.
Good enough.
And then throw that at the bottom as well.
All right. That's cute. Anyway, just reading something about tinderboxes. I was like, oh, lightning? Nope. I read that weird. I was like, if you get struck by lightning, something bad happens? Cute.
Your tinderbox can just ignite.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Who's carrying the Whisper's Edge?
Oh, I'll hang on to it because it still doesn't affect me yet.
Did you give her back her pack?
I did, yeah.
Oh, no, I just took it.
Oh.
I don't know, I'm not fucking
Tim.
Blood magic. Fuck this.
We all made allies today. Tim made him.
No, man, you fucking made an enemy.
I ain't done burning bridges yet.
Where's Lucan? Why is he
That's
coming up?
Lucan now, motherfucker. We in the woods.
Why does Lucan sound so much harder than Lucian?
Totally.
Why?
That's
Why?
right.
Like,
Totally.
So much
Is
fun.
that, why does Lucan sound so much harder? Like, is that like a linguistics thing? Like,
Lucan?
Lucan.
I think
The
we have
Lucian?
Lucian and like
Lucian's like, no, the sh. It's
Proper,
not
like-
very.
Lucian.
Lucan. The hard cut. Cut sound.
What's changes?
Would change my.
I was up there for 3 hours. Oh yeah, no, I am Usk. It changes a man like a steel.
Who's?
who's?
Who's gone first?
I love that.
Who's gone first?
Yes.
So,
Tim, we can't be fighting. We can't.
Oh no, I'm not them right
Ah,
burning
You're in
rivers. It's
trouble.
fine.
yeah. All the names.
One bridge, you burn another.
You have a shovel on you, right?
Yeah, I gotta put it down.
Are you? Oh,
No, he's digging his own hole.
oh my god, they were burying a grave for me.
You have a shovel, right?
oh, sorry, we're not supposed to see this.
It's only like it's like
Yeah,
this.
small. Is that for a squirrel or
So for a barrel
beaver, maybe?
with a gnome in it.
That would be hilarious. So yeah, as you guys continue and finish up packing up the campsite or what have you, and gathering your things, making yourselves ready, the rain is coming down on you again. What would you like to do?
As we're walking, I'd like to relay a scream I heard early in the night. It sounded like someone met their end.
Was it him sleeping? Him.
It was far off to the north. Maybe not so
As
far.
well.
I don't know. It's hard to discern where the sounds come from.
Well, if history has taught me anything, storms are a bad omen for me doing something badass.
It's true.
We are looking for a group of people living out here. I don't usually like to go towards the screams, but I think that is our best option.
We should proceed with caution.
I agree.
Agreed.
Indeed, our most perceptive person should go forth.
It's supposed to be a sneeze, I'm sorry.
Don't you dare be sorry. It's always in character.
Well, the second most perceptive
Why
person
burial
should be
bell?
right up there with me.
All right then, Lucian. Get up there.
I will be up.
Okay, so marching
I'm going
order.
on an adventure.
Lucian is leading the
Lucian's leading the.
charge.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's
Followed
taking
by?
up second
Me, I'm like
behind Lucian?
very close.
Following my footsteps so that you
Kushagra.
don't, dirty up your
Then
dress.
Kushagra?
Exactly.
Sure.
My new dress.
Kushagra.
How could I afford to buy that?
Barrett takes the nets in the back.
I take the net in the back, yeah.
Usk?
Wherever. Somewhere.
Somewhere where I can fit.
Somewhere close.
Do you want
Okay.
to climb up on Uski boy?
So, as you guys are making your way through the woods, still trying to find this church,
Indeed.
Lucian, you're in the front. Roll
Yep.
me a survival check.
I think that's 21.
Damn, son.
You got some sick rolls tonight.
Nice.
I've been doing good. 2 20s.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you guys venture off of the cliffside and into the thickness of the forest again in the jungle, the rain obviously being less of an obstacle due to the immense cover of this jungle and the thickness. Finding your way through, you find a few small little paths that kind of make it a little bit easier to make your way through the brush, as if someone has come through either a small animal, possibly a large animal. As you're following along, you do see some tracks. You see boot prints.
Get down and try and investigate what's going on. If there was a couple people, or if there was
Seem to be a single individual. As you continue to follow these,
Yes, it does seem to be that there are people around these parts before us. Probably the ones that you heard scream last night. Should we follow them?
that was about an hour of travel to get to that point.
Onward.
All right.
Following the tracks of these boots.
I like to think I'm making a shitty challenge.
Where we're going?
No. So you guys are
Indiana Jones, okay?
like because of the terrain. There's again like large increase of hills, trees, large bushes that there's like no feasible way of going through, so you kind of have to skirt around the lower brush, that sort of thing. Other than like fuck this, we'll just chop our way through type of thing.
Yep.
Bramble and such. So after about 2 hours or so of following these tracks, you come to a large hill where
music plays ominously.
music plays very
This
ominously.
is our interesting.
It is, yeah. So you see amongst the trees and bushes, maybe about as you come through and you're following the
We'll
tracks
hold at
along
the-
and you look up, you stop.
Line.
So you see amongst the trees and bushes the decaying walls of a stone structure. The roof is all but completely collapsed as rain is kind of pouring down onto it. You see a few trees growing up and around it as it looks like nature is beginning to overtake this once structure. Only a small section remains covered, at least, from some of it, as most of the walls are reduced down to this sinking rubble.
We can fix it. It'll be a nice, pretty place.
An entire corner of this outer structure lays completely collapsed, and the ruin of the stone buried beneath a layer of thick moss and plant life. As you come out and look at it, Davina's right behind you. Can you guys both roll me a history check right quick?
Yerp.
As soon as we see the structure, I'd like to just prepare my bow.
Okay.
I'm no longer the one waiting
Another
until
20.
combat
I'm walking through
starts.
the bushes like this.
21-15.
And I have my
Lucian, you recognize the structure, the stone masonry, the architectural style as elven. As you look on and you approach like a step further, I suppose, you notice a small pool of blood lying out front of it, and a woodcutting axe with its head buried deep into the ground and the handle sticking out firmly in the air.
Just a pool of blood.
A small pool of blood nearby.
And then you said head, and I was like,
Head.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
There
the
is
head of
a
the axe, yeah.
trail of blood that leads from that and into the ruin beyond. Now we'll show you guys what it looks like. So yeah, Lucian, you see that, and your fellows are behind you. Again, this is kind of like the edge of some brush. I just don't want to clutter it up with a billion trees.
I'll just give him the lowdown. Be like,
There's blood up ahead. Meat and tides inside the ruins.
How fresh does it look?
Well, it's enough to be
Such
collected
good
and
line.
it hasn't been washed away by the rain yet, so fairly fresh. Feel like we must
Did you say collected?
collected well pools, you know?
Okay, I
I
thought
was
you
not
meant
I'm to talk about my grandma, Barrett.
I thought you were going to collect it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
okay. That's for another day.
Neither here nor there.
Yeah, another day. Okay.
Meaningless.
You guys aren't terribly soaked because you were under the cover of the jungle the whole time.
I feel like we should go and investigate. Stealthily sneak up. Come on, wish to come up with me.
I wish to vanish.
You went into stealth.
As I'm saying this.
Stealth. And are you guys sneaking up?
I'm gonna sneak up.
Okay, roll me a stealth.
3.
And you're sneaking up too.
23.
Sneaking up. 23.
23.
Wow.
12.
Okay, where are you vanishing to approximately?
12
as well.
Mine's 12.
Hey. I think that's what.
So Kushagra dips to the side somewhere.
I'm actually want to advance. I'm just gonna not be as hidden as I think I am.
So Lucian quietly making your way up.
You keep the back, basically.
As you do, roll me a perception check. Since you're leading the charge still.
Is it on a cliff?
19.
It's like
Are
a
we looking-
hill, like you
okay.
can kind of walk up it basically, but it is
No, I
a
hope
small
this
incline.
continues.
Yeah.
If we get into the bed.
19.
19 for perception.
19.
Yep.
Okay. So as you
I'm still waiting for my first roll of the day.
So as you come up the hill, and you come up to like where the pool of blood is, so you're slightly further ahead. You're very sneaky,
Okay.
keeping in mind. You see, snuggled up in the corner, buried amongst the blood, this creature with like reddish black striped fur and a huge tufting mane and like large fangs or large kind of tusks. I should sit down. Tusks that come up out of its mouth, and it's kind of like slumbering peacefully. So at this point, like there's a little bit of cover kind of from the remaining roof that covers about 2/3 of it.
Yep.
Just sleeping away.
I'd like to get closer to Lucian if possible. Short bows have an incredibly short range.
I'm gonna start moving forward as well still.
There.
Oh, that doesn't look friendly.
Not even a little bit.
It hasn't noticed you, obviously, as it's kind of like.
Should we say hi?
Can I pet it?
And you guys were following behind.
I'm
Davina,
gonna
your
start
stealth
following.
was pretty good, right?
12.
It's not that good. But
Mine
behind.
was also 12.
Yours was also 12.
Me too.
Yours was also 12.
Me and Timdell haven't made the decision to move
And
yet.
you guys are still holding.
I'm now making the decision to move forward.
and I'll
Stealthily.
follow since everybody else is going. First one.
Come on, baby.
15.
13, okay? So you move up.
What was it, stealth?
Stealth.
Yeah.
6 breaking.
Where's my
11.
I'm stealthier than you are.
It's
Hold
raining
room.
heavily.
16.
Muffled.
16.
I'm going to. Wait.
As you, Lucian, you kind of climbing up closer than everyone,
Yeah.
and you see this creature, and you kind of
Like-
hold up, and you hear this as Davina is right behind you, and you just crack underneath this one stick, and you see the creature.
I'm going to roll you a 5.
It's gonna roll perception to see you. Your stealth was quite good, though. It's okay.
know,
So it just kind of looks
21.
out
Who is it, Lucian? Is it the person? Is it the beast?
before it kind of
The beast.
curls back into itself
You
and
always think to
seems to be wanting to go back to sleep again.
It's a very tired, sleepy beast. What kind of animal is it? It's on 4 legs, it's large. It has tusks.
Can I do some sort of nature check or some kind of check to see
Yeah,
what kind of beast it might be?
Nature check works, yeah.
It's a 17.
It's not a creature that you've seen before, but it's large, it's cat-like, similar to like a lion or a tiger or something like that, but much bigger teeth and much larger in size. Muscular. It seems to be well fed from the look of it.
And his teeth.
Definitely. Definitely.
So it's 14. So as
Less
plus 6.
Can
actually,
I-
so 18. Okay, good to know.
I was just going to say, see, look around and see if there's any other form of habitation aside from this beast that was here in the pool of blood out there. Like, does it look like it's chained up? Does it look like it's being
Okay.
fed these things?
Roll me a perception check. Actually, this would be more of like an investigation,
Investigation.
check.
Okay. Just have to do that.
No.
8.
Street was
Yeah.
broken.
Not sure at all, to be honest.
I'm going to start to at least sneak around the side here if
Okay.
I can.
Stealth stands for now.
Yeah.
21, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was 23 actually.
23. Either way, it's
Can I
very
get closer to
plus
the
20.
blood pile by the axe?
If you wanted to, you can move up. Yeah.
How tall are these walls by chance?
So they extend probably about 30 feet up
Okay.
before the canopy of the broken stone and stuff like that begins to shelter it. But like the closer they get to where the hole is, the more destroyed they are.
Okay.
Would you mind moving?
So you're moving up to there, sure.
Yeah, I'm specifically looking through the gore. I want to find any sign of insignia of the person that this gore belongs to. See
Okay.
if there's any like cut of cloth or
Alright.
something from
Save for that. Roll me an investigation check as you're. Like, there's a pool of blood that's getting rained in right now as you're standing in the rain and kind of cover your cloak. Nothing that appears to be right now. You don't even see, like, any body parts or anything like that yet. But looking further in, you see the pool of blood, or the trail of blood, excuse me, that leads inside.
I'm gonna retreat.
Okay. Lucian pulls up to the front.
I'll move over again to this other side, though. Just looking to see if there's another way in.
What'd you see, Kushagra?
I see evidence of someone's demise leading to a large creature at the back of this. Basically what Lucian said.
So do we move along, or
Is this the church that we were looking for?
It's of elven architecture. I'm
I
sure.
mean, then I guess it probably would.
Why would an elven building made of Tolgo wood? Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it wasn't. The Hut wasn't always more from Avondale and.
Recently claimed by the followers of Tolgo.
Can I take a look along the outside to see if I can find any?
If you want to do a
symbols
walk
or
around,
anything?
sure. Are you trying to be stealthy for this?
Yes.
Okay, roll me stealth and a perception.
I heard
Yeah.
30.
13?
6.
Is that stealth?
Yes.
Okay.
Just investigation.
I mean investigation. Yes, that's my investigation. No, that's your stealth.
Was that your stealth or investigation?
That was my investigation.
No.
It's a perception anyway, so we're gonna take that as your stealth
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
for the sake. Don't mess with me. So 6 stealth, perception.
No, come on. What was the other one?
Stealth.
Perception.
Perception.
You're looking.
Really doing a stealth.
You're doing a look around for
Perception.
for some kind of.
14.
Okay.
Here's awesome.
So as you begin to make your way around,
Sorry, yes.
so you make your way around to the back,
Yes.
skirting around,
Maybe up
kind
top
of.
here?
You can hear her brambling through trees and like struggling up the hill a little bit. Before this creature kind of like begins to kind of like crawl out,
Somebody so elegant.
where it makes its way up to the top of where that little altar is.
She's like eating the wood. She's like, fuck you.
Before
Yeah,
Kill shot. It's a kill shot.
it starts to look around.
Wait,
Hey, Davina.
I'm readying a firebolt in case it lunges at me.
Did
Well,
I
that
find
requires like
anything-
casting and doing.
Did I find anything?
I'm not gonna antagonize it. No.
Before that, so as you're looking around and you're walking, so you will continue around to the backside as it moves up. Lucian, you're still stealthing technically,
Yeah.
unless
I
you
start like peeking around the corner.
Yeah.
Right, so okay.
You don't see any iconography or any kind on the outside of this structure, but you do, again, like what Lucian said, you kind of get this familiarity of it. There's something strangely familiar about it to you that you can't put your finger on. The make of it, the stone, the smell. There's this very strange familiarity to you. And it's kind of unusual.
Ew.
You swear?
Before you hear this growling,
The second one.
you look behind you,
Oh no.
and in the trees you see one perching on this small rock about 30 feet away from you, and its fangs bearing out these large tusks from its
Slowly back
snarling
Is this
snout.
the same one that was inside?
No.
It's a different one.
Their vision's based on movement. Their vision's based on movement.
This one is.
Slowly back
Stand
away.
perfectly still and
there.
let it eat you.
They're like toads. Don't move.
They're like toads.
It sees you, and you just kind of freeze instinctively.
It's so cool.
Totally cool.
What do you want to do?
Take their antlers, that's what I want to do.
I still got my fucking
Take
words.
their teeth.
Yeah.
This is just growling at you.
Get me some grills, yo.
This, the one who's inside that Lucian you're watching, its ears are like fully perked up right now. Like it seems to be at full attention.
I'm gonna move. Just gonna move up towards them now.
You being sneaky or just moving?
Might as well be sneaky.
Okay, stealth it up.
That dice.
Can you like climb the wall?
Inside the pit. Can I take out one of my rations?
11.
Throw it in the opposite direction.
Diversion. Look, a distraction.
Okay. So,
Ooh, whiskey.
what was your stealth?
11.
Okay, so 11. As Usk comes up the hill for just a second, and immediately this creature just kind of its body tenses and it looks directly at Usk. So you are throwing its piece of meat and trying to get it off.
Like the other, the opposite
Okay.
direction.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Yep. Right.
As it's like,
No one ever fucking takes animal hands.
Unless you're a ranger.
true to ranger, yeah.
Or it's like a background thing.
17.
Or something.
Okay. As you kind of like,
It
come
is
on,
wisdom.
let's go. And you see its eyes, like you give the fake throw, and its eyes kind of in. Already, you know that it's gonna go for it, and you toss it out, and you see it disappears into the bush.
So does she.
You hear it kind of like, and you're just sprinting around. In the meantime, this creature is fully posed, like waiting, and it looks like it's aggressive.
I think we're on
Like the
its
hair on the back,
territory.
its mane is kind of like poofing out a little bit, like growling at you as
Fights. Seen this in Jurassic Park. It's gonna spit at you.
Cover your eyes. I can't see.
I'm gonna. Do I have line of sight?
not at the moment. You're just a little bit down the hill a bit.
Can I back up?
Sure.
I'm gonna
I'd say with a
Something's
couple
going
steps
on,
back,
like,
you
I'm
can
trying
get
to
line of
gain
sight.
line of sight, and I'd like to ready an action.
Because of where it is, like about here would probably give you some
I'd
line
like
of
to,
sight.
yeah, as soon as I can get line of sight on the creature, I'd like to ready an action, and like waiting for it to lunge.
All right, with a bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave Bardic Inspiration to Usk.
Okay.
See where
Go.
I will start to slowly bring on the force.
Say, as I see you ready
Talk.
and now.
Okay, spell is forming in your hand. Usk, this creature is growling right at you. What do you want to do?
Fill the air.
Realizing its bestial nature, I want to, and it's trying to intimidate Usk. Usk also tries to intimidate it.
Okay, I will
So
say
not actually like attacking it, but just trying to like false
What?
charge. trying to,
false
like-
charge.
you're just doing that. So I'll still say it's animal handling for the sake of it's an animal.
Okay.
It doesn't understand charisma in that sense. It's just a beast.
Bestial nature.
He's a beast.
Use a bardic inspiration.
Come on, baby.
Ooh, bardic inspiration sometimes, man.
15.
Nice.
Okay, you see it kind of like.
I think we just got a pet.
You look at it and its like
Oh my God,
ears
right.
kind of fold down a little bit, and it goes into this protective kind of stance, and it backs up a little bit, and you see it eye up what you now see as a corpse remains, like tattered cloth and clothes of a human who has been eaten, half eaten.
Not me, just not a human being.
Usk. So to make small movements towards it. You can join the unit.
You guys moving towards it?
Yeah.
It takes a couple steps back as you guys move away from it, or move towards it, excuse me, until it is back in the corner, basically where it started. If you want to just move them back there for me, guys. And then you guys are moving towards it.
I'm move me up to.
You guys wanna
If
move
I
up?
saw these readying actions and different stances and shit, I would have moved up.
I'm following suit. I'm not gonna be by myself
You
back
guys just
here.
want to move up to
With
where Kushagra is?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are there.
I'd be as far
I'm
away
coming
as
around.
my line of sight allows.
So you'll follow up.
As he backs in, you'll have to move up to
Okay,
keep
then I'll-
line of
Then I'm
sight.
gonna,
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
move up.
moving up, moving up.
I'm up around them now
Yeah.
too.
And you're back around as well? Okay.
I'm gonna have a look at this this axe.
Okay, it is a. Like there's blood on the handle of it that's sticking out in the air, like handprints, like bloody handprints, but it is a wood cutting axe.
Bloody hands.
I also give them a heads up that there's another one up there.
Cats can't be killed.
So Usk and Lucian, you guys are moving up. This creature is backed in its corner. It's kind of... The closer you get, the angrier it seems to become.
Take the meat.
I'm gonna try and animal handle it with a little bit of meat and sort of throw it out to it as like showing a sign of...
Okay, roll me some animal handling.
Just walked into its turret.
What's got?
Stole its food.
It's 7.
You see it putting up the meat, and its eyes don't move from your eyes. It doesn't seem to even notice the meat in your hand. It's just kind of like...
Easy there, big fella. Ain't she a beauty?
Yeah, 7 checks out. Yeah.
Little fella.
It's a snap.
Body one. That's alright.
I don't know why I'm Australian.
I think it's the word that changes a man.
Animal handling.
Animal handling, yeah.
I'm well, that's happening. I'm keeping an eye.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Oh yeah, because you said the second one.
You don't know about this.
No.
We've been by
No, I don't lie.
She gestured, yeah.
Oh, did she announce it?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's this thing?
13.
You look out into the jungle and you see nothing.
But I do want to keep an eye.
Okay. That one has disappeared though.
Now, he's right beside the head, isn't he? Is the body a little bit closer, or is the body just like?
He's like over top of it, more or less. Like don't fuck with my kill here.
Sure, that's right.
Even though it's been rained on, can I try to tell how fresh the blood is?
Let's see a medicine check.
Not that it matters.
9.
It's dead as fuck.
I mean, the fact that it's not... it's raining, so it's going to be wet, and it's forming this, like, reddish pool at this point. It's hard to tell.
I'm gonna try and speak Elven to it. See if it
What do you wanna say?
Just,
It's alright. You know what?
Okay,
Sit boy.
Nice.
roll me another animal handling check.
And 2
And you did.
it's not meant to be. 9. Not meant to be.
Starts to growl louder, and the hair kind of standing up around its neck. Davina, you're looking out into the woods in the jungle, trying to keep your best eyes on things. And all of a sudden you see this red blur basically just flash out of it, running up towards you.
I started blasting. Anyway,
It's running straight towards you right now.
I love that sign. What am I going to do?
Dodge it away!
No, I'm dodging, yes.
You can make... You're just going to try and dodge
Actually,
away?
Yeah. And also let us know. Grabbed it in its mouth and ran away with it.
It just starts sprinting out towards you, up
Is
this
there
hill.
like is that like a little hole that... Is there like any covering there?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, well,
You're just going to run?
yeah, I jump out of the way.
Okay, so you run back into this area here and try to hide.
Well, yeah.
Alright, roll me a stealth check. Disadvantage because he's looking right at you. Usually like going prone to like lay in this little hole amongst like some ferns and stuff that are growing out.
This one of them was
Oh,
not.
disadvantage on
Yeah. And he's like chasing you.
Of course.
As it jumping
Nice. Can I?
up,
Yeah. Can I?
you will notice at that point.
Yeah. Oh, when it's behind me. Okay, good.
But,
Cool. Step.
So-
Cool.
No.
You see Davina go like, shit!
And I'm like,
Okay. You believe as much as possible that you're covered. Believes. In the meantime, though, we will roll initiative as shit has now escalated to that point.
the meat.
This will get a quick surprise round, though. Unfortunately, Timdell, you're the one who's standing there.
Roll this one.
So it will
5.
attack.
Yeah, I forget every time I have a +5 to it.
That is a 21 to hit as it
8.
It bites into you, and its claws kind of pounce around you. Make me a strength saving throw as well.
Tim?
Yeah, that's 20!
It does not force you to the ground, and you're able to push it off as its huge fangs sink into your. Ooh, I rolled a 10.
Timden Samson.
Fuck. That's 15 piercing damage as it sinks into Timdell, and you just see her
Down already.
drop.
I'm out.
You dropped?
I have 15 health.
Total hit points.
Holy shit. Okay, we're still gonna roll for initiative. That
Here's
does
what's really
matter.
funny. I like that it took all of my energy to fucking push it off me, and then I go,
Yeah, as it's like sinking into you, and you shove it off, you just pow, hit the ground right afterwards.
holy fuck.
That was a lot of. I rolled a 10, like max damage on that. That was a toughie.
Davina, you don't have any set face to
Let's
save
get
in this area.
some battle
Yes,
music
you are
going
bored
here.
to
Please help Timdell.
All right.
Please, for the love of God.
Oh, I pain. I can't. I couldn't possibly. Oh.
15s.
All right. So initiative rolls 25 to 20.
I got
Fuck
23.
21.
23. So Barrett,
Good for you.
Yeah.
and then
Good for
Kushagra. 20 to 15.
15.
15 Usk. What's your dex? No, it's fine.
Why am I rolling?
Was that the next highest? Was Usk?
Did you take his dice by chance?
Yeah.
We'll leave a
Did
bit
you
of a
switch
gap
our
here just in
dice?
case.
I think King dice are just.
She got a nat 1. Or a, yeah.
For initiative?
For initiative.
Oof. I'll confirm that when she comes back
She
up,
said
but I'll
I
keep
got
that
a
in my
1, I was
mind.
like, I got a 2.
Mine's
I got a 5 in total.
Kushagra, what'd you get?
Mine was.
Oh yeah,
21.
you're good. I got
No,
you.
I think guys I should and give Lucian some character
Barrett?
growth so he can deal with the
I can
fact
do
that
it.
that I died.
I
without
got
having
you.
perfect
Usk,
sight.
I got you. Lucian initiative.
I got a 5 right
I shouldn't say that because maybe I will die
I started rolling my next character this morning.
Did
I
you?
was like,
after last time.
Yeah.
And then Timdell, you got a 1 for initiative?
I did so too.
Whole new party.
Wow, you
Coming up.
guys.
I have 3 characters ready.
Whole new party coming up.
I was thinking about my new one actually. It's really funny. And now I just died.
Halle
Oh.
Berry.
I need to stop thinking about
right.
new characters.
Yeah, that's not putting you down.
Because one of them is.
Oh my
red.
God.
Was everybody
The other one
thinking
is
Pally or was
red.
that just me?
I was thinking
Halle
Oh
Berry.
no.
I was thinking Pally.
Yeah.
Halle Berry.
Everyone's like, we get
I
to
was
survive.
Okay.
Well, I was talking to my friend and they
So,
need a bardic smash.
Barrett, you hear Timdell just thud into the ground, and you hear like bone crunching behind you as this creature stabs into it with its fangs, and then you see her with the last like push of her strength push this creature off as it kind of thuds into the tree next
Oh
to
my
it.
gosh, and my bone, like the.
My bones.
Oh, crunch!
Oh my god, the farmer and me now. Oh god.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna do cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Gets a wisdom save.
Yeah.
And then I died instead.
That's a 14.
I won't fall down,
Just
but I
saying,
will
just-
die.
On that one?
Yeah.
Sorry. He makes a save.
So.
It doesn't seem to hear or care about what you're saying about it. It's just like. I guess it's mindful.
In the past, it's been quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, that's a strong spell.
So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. So 6
Okay.
psychic damage.
So if it's 11, then it comes to 5.
5 psychic
Round
damage.
down, yeah.
I can't do that one thing.
I can't believe how strong that hit was. That was crazy.
I'm also squishy.
True.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Timdell.
Okay. Oh yeah, you went unconscious. Roll me a con save.
Don't lose your teeth.
20!
Oh my!
That's 20! You're good.
That's good. That's good. Nothing bad happens.
I know.
Like, is
Whew.
it like a death saving throw? Like you just have
It's
to beat a 10?
so
or-
it's the DC 10 or half the amount of damage taken, whatever's higher, and then if you fail by 5 or more, it's a major injury. If you fail, it's a minor injury.
Yeah,
So I'm casting.
So healing word, D4 plus something.
Eight, that's
So 8 points of healing. You,
Yes.
you feel life come back in you again. But you are
What happened?
Witness me!
Witness me. Witness.
you are technically prone.
Take a hop of gunpowder.
All right. So do you want to move or anything? Or are you good?
Are you moving?
that's
I don't think. No, him.
I'm gonna.
very bottom of
I'm gonna try to move between Timdell and the beast.
Okay.
This is you fucking
Barrett
off
like
the storm.
steps in front, standing in the rain in front of this creature as it kind of gathers itself back onto
And
its
I'm
four
just gonna-
legs.
I'm just gonna hold my rapier out.
All right.
And again, Barrett's in front of me.
As you come
I'm like,
to life.
Again, having a deja vu.
Yeah.
Deja vu.
So
Yeah.
perfect. Next is Kushagra.
These walls, am I able to like climb up on them, or how high are they? Like,
So-
is it implying that there's a higher wall above it?
There
or-
is, like, essentially it goes up to about 30 feet, but it starts to decay around the edges to where this giant hole is, and there is some, like, roof remaining over that structure, but for the most part, there's not a lot of roof.
Okay, then I think I'm just going to kind of go to the other side of that axe there and turn around, and I'm going to take a shot at the thing that just bit Timdell.
Okay, that one there.
Gotcha.
Right, fire away. This is a sneak attack because you have an ally within 5. This is potentially a good hit. We'll see.
This is the first time I think I've ever gotten sneak attack. I don't think it's ever happened before.
I don't think you have either, but you've missed every attack. So
I missed everything.
There's no water to throw your knife into.
nice.
Just the
Okay,
sky.
it jinxed me. I'm gonna find a puddle. I'll find a puddle.
It's a puddle of blood.
Puddle of blood.
Yeah, 19 plus.
stuff. That is definitely a hit. Definitely a hit. Roll me some damage.
I never used this before. Plus 7. Okay. And then so it's my first time doing sneak attack. It's just the d6 added on, right?
For now, yeah, you get
Okay,
more
so
d6s the
short
more you
bow is
level up.
1d6 plus 1d6 plus
Pretty
5.
sure it goes to 2 once you're at level
2's at level 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so it's
Where
1d6.
my
right?
1d6, right?
All right.
Yeah.
This
Oh, it's
first time.
Let's do it,
Section
baby.
11.
first time
6
hitting.
Plus 3 plus
Nice.
5 is 14 points of piercing damage.
14 punch.
Big queen.
You hear,
Alright.
you hear the creature as this arrow strikes into its kind of
15 to
top
my
shoulder.
friend, that'd be 14 to you.
Jason's own medicine.
Good strike. Good strike.
Oh, I literally thought you were gonna like, I'm
Um,
gonna kill her and then I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I'm aiming at.
Yeah, Tim.
No.
A sleeping Timdell.
So that was your action.
This is for that comment you made that one time.
Yeah.
You know the one.
I can't remember it.
So that was the
You
first.
know
That was your action.
It was warm.
That was my action. I guess I could use my bonus action to hide since I'm a rogue. Can I try to like duck? Like can I use a 5 feet of movement to like kind of duck behind the wall there?
Like here?
Yeah, and at least hide from the other one.
I'd say sure. Roll me a stealth for the sake of it.
Going some dice.
Superman. Superman.
It's 15 plus 9 is 24.
That is good.
Go dice.
Go right against the wall.
Now.
Usk, you are next.
Right. The one that Lucian and I are facing, what's it doing now?
Got shot.
It still looks like it hasn't had a chance to move yet, but it's looking very aggressive and like, don't come towards me, don't fuck with me right now.
We're gonna find a baby behind it. The mother.
We're gonna keep that one.
That's what I said, but she thought I was talking about a human child.
No, what did she say? She's like, I thought it was gonna be a baby. No, I thought it was gonna be a baby. And I was like, are you sad? It's not a human child.
Oh,
I meant to
That's the old
Yeah,
dark,
that was
dark
murder.
Davina.
That was murdered.
I meant to kid him.
Yeah. I wish it was a
I wish they
Kitty.
amputated the baby.
The baby. Damn it.
Oh,
That's kind of Davina though.
Yeah.
I was definitely getting.
She is the
motherly
death cleric.
vibes. More than any.
So there might be a cat.
Scratch that from the
Kill the parents and take the pet.
Amazing.
That's what I was thinking.
I love
Write
that.
it.
Yes, I meant.
Seeing, I take like a little look back.
Chaotic evil.
See what the fuck's going on over there.
Just what we are.
And
No, we're mostly all chaotic.
I move towards the one that we have cornered.
Okay.
that's
Are you,
I sometimes do
I
these things.
started as
Just moving?
Yeah. I started.
Just moving up so far. Yeah.
Let's move up a little bit.
Get up in there.
It's
with
kind of
the
like,
Boy.
it takes a little like half-hearted snap towards you as you come closer. So you're within 5 feet of it now? Okay.
Smack
Fuck
it.
yeah, bud.
Sharp side of your axe.
I mean, like, not on paper.
I'll show you the sharp side.
What's your sharp side?
No sharp side, it's all one.
It's just one big mallet.
Shape
Like, who started this?
I don't split logs, I separate them.
It's definitely okay. Everyone's
Pop it in the water bed? Yeah, that's chaotic.
Fucking no swing.
Going for it? Are you raging? Raging? Okay. As you just step up towards it, and your eye just dilates, and you maybe an attack roll.
I've never played a barbarian, but
I've never played one either.
10.
it sounds fun.
10 misses as you swing down, and you hear clang as this creature just retracts a little bit with its paw, and you just the heavy weight of the handle slams down. You miss.
Dominance asserted.
That's it.
Okay, that's all you got. It is the creature's
I don't
next.
think I've ever played a martial class.
So Barrett, you're standing in between that one. It's gonna try and
I always like
claw
playing
you.
That's
martial
right.
casts.
You're getting attacked.
Oh, no.
Wow, that is a huge hit. With
No,
a
maybe not.
I bet
24 to hit.
Oh man, that's a plus 10 on mine.
14.
Mine's 14.
Oh no.
So it claws at you with both huge claws.
And I'm wearing leather armor.
It does 14 points of slashing damage as it claws at you, and you huge scratches across your chest and thighs. The other one is going to attack you, Usk, as it bites towards you.
I think he's at 1 hit point.
Holy crap, the dice are hot right now. That is a 22 to hit.
Holy shit.
So it bites you
Hi, guys.
for 13, so halved would be 6 points of piercing damage as it clenches onto your arm, and you just kind of like pull it off.
That's next level that I'm not gonna reach.
So that's those. Next is Davina.
Alright,
You see Barrett just get clawed. You turn around and Usk just has this creature like on its arm before throwing it back down.
okay, so Barrett's in horse shape. So I'm gonna cast Hold the Dead on the one.
On that one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a wisdom saving throw, sorry.
Yeah.
That is a 13. Yeah. You're still laying in this hole basically as well.
I mean, that was the
Would be
whole.
your
That's
s-
the
Should be fine more than that.
Yeah,
that's
your
the
spell
whole reason why I
DC.
stepped between them because I figured that it would go right for the prone
Does
target.
not hit.
Okay, so no, he
Oh, he
failed.
failed.
He
He failed.
failed.
So
So
it's my
it
magic.
does damage, in which case it has taken damage. So rather than a D8, it's a D12. And or D12.
Oh,
This one
I-
has
I
both-
did whispers and.
Oh, you did. That's right. You did
And
whisper
he's
for
hit
mine.
it.
Yeah, both Kushagra and.
D12.
Okay, D12. Roll me some damage.
So that's like the one that's the biggest that it's not a d20. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got it.
Come on.
House queen.
For 3 damage?
What? Oh, that's no.
No, it's not plus.
No, it's just.
Not
It's not plus anything. No, it's just.
Okay. So
Oh,
three.
that's right.
So 3.
But it could have been 12.
Coulda.
It could have been.
Damn huge.
Huge.
Alright, and the other one is unscathed at the moment. So that was your action. So you have a bonus action.
Can I just try to hide a little better?
Not with the bonus action.
Not for you.
You're not hidden anymore either, but you're still laying down and prone. So for half movement, you could stand up, or you can just lay there.
I'm gonna stand.
Davina loves it like laying down.
I know, right? I like playing
stand,
dead or
yeah.
playing damsel in distress. I feel like it would probably be best if I stand up.
3.5, so
Probably.
it doesn't invoke opportunity attacks.
Yeah, if you're prone and something melee attacks you, it has advantage. It's quite bad.
Yeah, I don't want to be thrown.
Okay, so you stand back up. So you have that was your cantrip action. So you have a bonus action if you wanted to.
I am going to.
And then movement, of course. So you have 15 feet of movement left.
I got one spell.
Think of the materials we can
You only
gain
have-
once we
I
slay
have 3
these
spells.
beasts. Look at their spiny tails.
I used healing on gem.
Oh, that's
I
what
used
you did.
whispers on
I'm
Nathan.
feeling everything off
So I'm
these
gonna
things.
just stay by the tree.
Because one
Okay.
was a bonus action, one's an action.
All right, so Lucian, you're
Bonus
up.
action. Bonus action.
Lucian!
Level
All right.
one.
You see Usk step forth, take a swing towards this creature before it snaps onto his arm, throws it off.
All right.
You hear this kind of boom.
So I will
Just the
enter into
best
my
resource
blade
for-
song.
Okay, that's a bonus action for that, yeah.
I'm surprised they've
then
been
I will
able to
be-
like skirt
I kind of sort of swiftly put up like this, and get a better vantage point on this one, and I'll hurl a firebolt at these.
All right, roll me attack roll.
Has everything. Who's the closest
It's a
to
12 to hit.
12 just hits.
Yeah.
As it kind of like Usk throwing it to the ground, it gets back on his all fours and just smashed with this firebolt.
That is 7 points of fire damage.
7 damage. Gotcha. You see bits of its mane kind of sizzle out as it hits. That's
I'll use the rest of my movement to try and walk up here to get a little better vantage point.
okay. Sure.
Ooh, I like that.
Love it. As you kind of like walk up this plank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Still looking.
That's Timdell next. As you kind of come back to life. Barrett standing over you, just claw and blood spraying from side to side.
We have to stop meeting like this.
Yeah, a whole lot I can do about that.
No.
You don't have cure wounds?
Nope, I got false life,
So I can give myself stuff.
You can get up.
which
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
I got
Standing.
Thank you.
3.5.
No, not 3.5. I'm good. Yeah. And no, I'm more likely to hit the monster instead.
Pew.
All right.
Yeah. I'm going to use lightning lure.
All right. That's a wisdom or con?
That is a
Strength.
strength.
Strength. Ooh, okay.
Pulling it in.
Yikes.
That is a 22 on the save.
Fucking kidding me.
These dice are killing it right now. I'm sorry.
Take off your dice have no place at this table.
Barrett and I stood up and I went, hey, never mind.
This creature
Did you
does
not
not
take
acknowledge
damage?
it. You see like a little bit of
I don't
sparks
think so.
come out of your hands, but this.
It's a cantrip. It's like,
But it's as long as
No,
you're
it-
10 feet
Fucking
of
wasted.
isn't it?
Yeah, it has to hit it.
It has to hit it, or as long as
Well,
10
he-
feet
it-
in
Right. So the way lightning lure works, actually, look up the wording because it moves them closer. But once
must
they're
succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you, and then take
right,
1
so it has to
damage.
fail and
It has to
then
fail, then
It ha-
people.
and then
Okay.
That's a saber sex spell right there.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Great.
fuck.
Ah, shit.
Save or fail.
I can't do anything else. I don't have
Okay,
anything
that's
else.
all you got.
Save or
But if they
win.
save them,
Barrett,
it
you
sucks,
are up
so-
again.
I'm gonna
Suck or fail?
Yeah.
stab at it with my rapier.
Maybe an attack roll.
I prefer rapiers.
Nice. So good.
That is a 20.
Yeah, it
Oh yeah,
is.
that definitely hits.
Yeah, it
As you
is.
stab towards this creature, right, like towards its face, slashing at it, you stab in. You feel it meet purchase with like its neck and stuff.
Oh.
As it kind
5 piercing damage.
5 damage.
Your little thing counts, Ben.
And then I'm gonna cast
So it's your action. So you have a bonus action.
bonus action. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. It's like, ah!
That's a 5.
Hey,
5
that's
points.
good. That's good.
Kushagra, you are up next. If that's all you got.
Yeah.
Okay.
How does the creature look that I can see?
Looks pretty bloodied.
Yeah, I'm gonna let an arrow fly at it.
Okay.
Hopefully,
As you kind of, so it's advantage because you're stealthed.
it is.
You're stealth. It doesn't know you're there. You're like a 24.
Whoa.
That dice
that
is
dice.
really hard to read. It's just like a
That's
piece
dice.
of gravel.
19 plus 9.
That's a big hit.
Sorry,
almost a
19
crit.
plus 7.
Almost a
19
crit.
plus 7.
Sneak team.
Yeah.
So 2d6 plus your stuff. It's plus 5 because your dex is 5, right?
Yeah. 8 plus 5 is 13 points of piercing damage.
Fucking
Nice.
doing our damage dealer over
Damn.
here.
All I
that
had to
is-
do is string a bow.
Yeah.
As you kind of like lining up, you see it like biting towards. You see Barrett stab at it, and you just fire away, and you see it basically disappear into its fur. But a burst of blood squirt out of it. It's a kind of still up, but that hurt a lot.
Yeah.
So that is 40.
Can I re-hide? Is that something
Yep.
mechanically that
Absolutely.
I need to do? I don't really know.
That's exactly
How
what you
that
got to do.
works.
Have you
Okay.
ever
Shoot, hide. Hide, and then shoot.
This one.
Way it goes, yeah. That's rogues, man. That's rogues. If you can hide somewhere,
The last time
do
I-
it, because you won't
That's
always
a
be in an
natural
environment.
1 plus 9 is 10.
Alright, yeah, you think you're hidden, but you're just standing out there still. You're like,
Go
"Aha,
right back to
confidence
the
is
end.
high, confidence is high.
Actually, you know, you're going in the box.
Yeah, that was a bad that one. Usk, you're up next.
Where the dollar store has like their Halloween stuff out, I seen like a little.
See Lucian kind of
little,
like jump up to the
coffin.
side and like
just
fire
like
just shoot out of his hand as he kind of.
Yeah.
And this creature
There's,
just
like, a little
growling at
wooden
you.
Coffin with a little latch.
Take another swing. Roll me attack roll.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Dead die.
That dice.
Fucking 9.
9 misses. Are you sure it's a 9? I guess so, yeah.
That's 4, yeah.
Yeah. You take another swing towards it and just kind of like goes low, dodges the axe completely. You
Reach harder into the night.
yikes.
Bonus action, Hungry Jaw. Do a
Okay.
attack.
You take a snap at it as it takes a snap at you. Did you ever eat a sandwich and take a bite out of you?
So 13.
13 hits as you snap your jaws around
There
the
we
creature.
go.
You kind of like
don't
snap
get
at
no
its
axe.
face as it claws towards you, and your snap is just larger.
Love
You kind of like trap its face for a moment and pull free. Roll me some damage.
9.
9?
Nice.
Yep.
Damn.
You heal for 9 too, don't you?
No.
You heal for half?
Or is it just your strength
It's
modifier?
depending on what you, so you're
Okay,
gonna
three.
use wisdom.
So that's
Still
Oh, it's
good.
fine.
still damn good.
Yep.
Still go up.
All right.
Really good.
And that's all you got?
Yep.
Okay, so it's the creatures next. Barrett, you're still in the line of fire for that first one.
Yeah.
Spell attack bonus, so that when you're rolling.
As an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
As it snaps its jaws towards you.
Saving throw, and he asks for a number, that's another.
For 13 points of piercing damage
That's-
as it just kind of recoils for a moment before
I guess I'll roll that up,
reaching.
down.
You see it clasp around Barrett's throat before blood just sprays out, and you see him drop.
Shit up.
Do you have
Yeah.
to do the injury table every time you're down, or is that
Every time you
separate?
get 0 con save, and maybe you get an injury. Yeah.
To roll for.
Every
13.
time you go to 0, so you're okay. So that
Got
was.
all your teeth.
Yeah, that was what happened. You're
If I
unconscious.
lose my hand, I'm useless.
It's true.
Oh, you can't
Not
cast
useless. You still
spells.
have a face.
Can't fucking play this.
I'd have to.
As it like
switch over
steps
to, like,
over Barrett's body and kind of like
like a cat.
growling towards you.
I can't.
Just
The next one will attack into you, Usk. Oh my god, these things. That's a 21 to hit. I'm sorry.
Matt, come on!
The dice!
You're the dungeon master.
That
You're the master of the
is
dice.
12 points of piercing this time, so halved is 6 as it snaps again towards you and takes like another chunk of meat just with it out of like your bicep.
You alive?
oh, holding up.
Usk is meaty. So that's them. Davina, you're up. You see Barrett just get clawed down, his blood spraying from his body, and this creature just walking over it like.
Damn it, I feel like if I don't kill it, he's gonna kill all of us.
He's looking pretty hurt.
Barrett or the animal?
Barrett's
Yes.
down. Barrett is
Everyone.
unconscious.
I'm done. I'm out.
Unless there's someone who could heal
Heal
you.
you.
Huh.
So anybody named Davina?
Do we have a cleric in the house? Is there a cleric here?
Anybody with the power of healing?
Anyone? Anybody got a telephone to God?
Anybody with a grave
God's
cleric?
death bells.
Spare the dying.
Any guy.
You can use your movement to run towards. What are you doing?
That's right. You could do spare the
Spare the
dying at
dying,
60
you can cast
feet.
it.
If I'm
Is
60
it 60 or 30?
60.
Regardless.
It doesn't matter. It's close
Within
enough.
range.
Or maybe it is 30, but either way it has range and you're in it.
She's trying to reach the.
Ah.
I thought that's just a
Oh.
grave cleric
Oh.
that gets it on range.
Sorry, Barrett.
Yeah, she's a great player.
I know, but I mean,
I'm
like,
looking at my options.
spare the dying.
Most
that's
of the time
normal.
it's touch.
They're
Yeah.
within the same distance.
You could always
Have
lie
your-
down and have a bath.
Give a thing. They're equidistant.
Right for Usk.
So you're 30 feet from either.
Bathe in blood. I don't know what.
Tell my tale to those who ask.
Can I use my
He wrote us out a movie.
full movement?
Yeah.
That's 30 feet, right?
30 feet right up to
Yeah.
as Davina just
That's not
comes.
an action, right?
Nope, just
Okay.
Movement.
And I want to cast
Sorry, but
inflict.
that's my favorite.
As you come up, your hands like blacken at the tips as these dark words come from your mouth that you instinctively like don't even know that you're saying them. You're just and go to touch this creature. Make me so it's a spell attack roll. So your spell attack modifier should be
Yeah.
So
It's a
roll
touch
it and
attack.
add 6 to it.
plus 6, yeah, because your wisdom is
Man.
plus 4.
Inflict wounds is the most powerful.
I love that spell.
You
It's
can
so
cast
good.
Up until like
18.
So 18.
18 hits. As you
Yeah,
reach
fuck
at this
yeah.
creature as it's kind of snarling and stepping towards you, just
3d10.
like you can see this black, gross color completely envelop her hands.
yeah, and you need 2 more of them.
Keep going.
I don't have to take those. Oh, that's not true.
Is it 2d10?
3.
3d10.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
3d10
diabolical.
necrotic.
But it's like
First
you have
level?
to be touching it.
That's the
That's
thing.
the
Yep,
thing.
that's
that's the
fucking
kick,
right.
right.
First level. That's right, because you have to be in range. Yeah, it's dangerous, but 3d10.
3, 4, and is that a trap?
I hear 4.
No,
but
it's just the
3d10.
total of the
Is
dice.
it just
3d10.
Most
Yeah.
spells
You
are
just
just like that.
add those together and that's it.
Okay, so.
Oh, I thought she
4.
had.
4?
1, 2, and 1.
Oh my.
Oh no!
Oh. That's
This
just
is
not
the
a
worst
good.
possible.
Not a
That was
great.
not great,
roll,
but-
yeah.
Still good.
I love the rule of
It was awesome. You didn't
Yeah, the roll was not there. As you're,
attack.
yeah,
Wow.
no, the damage is what you roll, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it does
you
not
rolled-
die
you did
from
it all right,
that,
yeah.
but unfortunately,
Just a roll.
but that was a
It was
that was a
unlucky.
good effort. It was just unlucky roll.
Very
That's all.
unlucky.
And it's still alive, but you
God damn it!
touched it with some blackness.
How many hit points did you give
So
these
that was
things?
your action. So you still have a bonus action. I don't think you can.
Yeah, don't
Do
have bonus
anything.
action.
If you have healing word, you can use a bonus action.
No, because you
No,
used
you
your
use a
spell.
spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do one spell, but
Oh.
if you
cast a spell, you can only cast a cantrip.
cantrip with as an action.
Oh.
Can I try to like slash at her or something?
No, that's an action. That's what you got. Tough rolls. Lucian, you're up.
All right.
Coming undone.
I
It's the nature.
thinking,
I was so
you know,
excited.
they've got.
I know 3d10 has so much potential. 30, and you got 4 damage.
That was so funny. She's like 4. You're like, no. And I'm like,
Nope,
yeah, that's
4.
right.
I
Yeah,
was thinking that she was looking at 1 dice.
No.
it does happen. Yeah, it does
Oh,
happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
Now,
Lucian.
That's the thing is that
be
there's a
okay with some
potential
kind of
doing
cool
30
acrobatics
I
to
know,
ledge
and
to
it's
sort of
it's
bring
a-
this one
it's
down.
Maybe to get advantage. Roll me an acrobatics check for the sake of it.
So I do get a plus with my blade song.
Yeah.
I get a plus 4 to my blade.
Oh,
blade
God,
song.
yes.
Yeah, I guess.
As you kind of like daintily walk up these planks and kind of
Plus 7.
almost like perpendicular.
That one, it's a fucking 8.
okay, as you go, you half slip off and fall down. You don't get advantage, but you can still make your attack roll.
Alright, I will do mine.
You're about to jump, and then the rain has seeped through the cracks to make what you're standing on quite
That
slippery.
was almost
And
so,
as you like clench your foot, you feel it slip.
Yeah, I was trying to go Crouching Tiger. I'll
Yeah, it
roll
would've
in
been
there and I'm
sick.
just gonna go and start slashing away at my
Level 2 failures. That's what happens, I guess.
Another nat
Oh.
1!
Wow.
Oh, they failed me. It's a pink one.
Stink! You just hear your sword thrust down into the stone. You almost like your hand vibrates from the impact a little bit, and you're like ah. That's all you got.
Work her.
We all get
Nice.
et tonight.
Damn, that is a tough round.
That was a
Timdell,
tough
you're
one.
up.
2 nat
Okay,
1s.
I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp, and I'm
Okay.
gonna grab it by one of its horns.
By the horn and
Yeah.
just.
The last time
Roll
you
me
used
attack
Shocking Grasp,
roll.
I didn't submit your death saving.
Yes!
Not 20!
Ah, the shocking
I was like killing
So all about the shocking.
Yeah!
Yeah.
All right, roll me some
I think
damage.
that's
One
where
of them
we
is
came up
maxed,
from.
and then roll the rest. So one of them is maxed, and then roll the other one.
Yeah.
So like one 8, and then roll the other one. Yeah,
I'll roll this one again. I rolled the one of its
that's fine. Yeah, just one dice.
It's 5 still, though. So
13.
13, but plus, so 16 points of damage.
Yes! Is it then?
So as Timdell, you reach out,
No,
you
not plus. Just 13.
just 13. Yeah, you grab one of the horns and kind of you see the shock like emanate from your fingertips, and you see the eyeballs of this creature just before they pop, and its whole body just goes sharp and tense before thud with a heavy thud, and it is down.
Turn to
Yeah, I like rip the horn off the top of its head.
I'd say because of that, yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah.
Turntables have turned.
Is it like
I turn around to look at you guys, and Davina's like standing over it, horn in its
That's the only one beside you is
Yeah.
Davina and a dead Barrett.
There's like, yeah, blood all over me.
Did we just form a death metal band?
Fuck yeah.
anything else you want to try and do?
I can't do anything else.
Okay.
Well,
And you have movement.
I do. I have movement, so I'm gonna move up.
Okay.
Decrepit church. Lots of blood. Dead
25,
things.
so...
So 5. Each square is like 5,
the
10,
last time she
15.
used shocking rats to kill
If
something,
this was 30, I'm
I
probably
rolled a
not
nat
here.
20 on my
That looks fine.
That's good.
on my death saving
All
throw.
right.
Yeah.
So
Every time I do
Let's see if
shocking
she
rats-
shocks my heart back to.
I got you.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
rolls it and we don't know.
Okay.
No.
Ooh.
No, I don't know if he's doing it on
Let's see
purpose
what I would-
now, or like...
All right. So Barrett is down still.
It was cocked
Kushagra.
20. It was a cocked 20.
Wow.
Of course it was.
This I did not roll a 20. I had told you. Kushagra, you're up. You see the creature just go limp as Timdell turns around with this horn, like blood dangling off of it, basically like small amount of entrails and
I'm
fur.
just gonna assume fail.
And then I run away,
Ah!
holding the horn still.
Rebuild your suit, exactly.
Yeah, one of the horns is like twisted and all fucked up.
One's gonna be the one with
Ah, nice.
Very bad.
I've read so many stories this week of D&D parties where people were like, no, I have to kill the thing. Someone else will get him up. And then they die. So I'm going to run over to Barrett. And I'm going to try and help him to
Okay, make
get
me a
him
medicine
back up.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah, stabilize.
So we're running over
Try to
and
stabilize. Alright, it's a DC 10 to stabilize. I see a 16.
That's a 16 plus
Yes.
Okay, so you basically just press down into this huge gaping like fucking massive wound
Help me!
and seal off that for now. So he's no longer making death saving throws as you are currently stabilized. So that's your action.
I avenged you.
Look.
Okay.
I'll stay here.
I did get
Next up is Usk. As this creature and you are having a melee, or it's having a melee and a
Melee
biting
continues.
match.
Melee continues with another great axe
Okay.
swing.
This one coming over.
13.
13 hits as it's like trying to jump out of the way. It sees Lucian slip and like fall down and kind of half-heartedly stab at it, giving you the opportunity to swing into it. Roll me some damage.
Until my 20, baby.
Had to make up for that.
6, 7, 9, 13.
Yeah.
Damn. Fucking
There we
nice.
go.
That is
I can
solid. 29. Okay. Ouch. That was a solid hit. You finally find purchase and you like smack this creature basically with like blunt slashing force as it like smacks into the wall from the impact and then like bounces back and gathers itself back on its feet. That's all you got?
That's it.
Okay, it's its turn. It's kind of cornered.
It's like trying to hit me.
Yeah, it's gonna. There's two things in front of it. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All
One
right,
thing
it's gonna
that's
attack you,
targeted,
Lucian,
one
as
thing
it's
that's
it sees an opportunity. So you're kind of off balance, and it takes a swipe at you with its claws. That is a 20 total to hit.
I use shield as a reaction.
Nice.
No dice.
As it's
There
just
we
about
go.
to sink its claws, you see it kind of
Magic.
bounce off of it.
I love that.
I
Nice
just smile, put it on
one.
my
Just
face.
love that.
Slow.
Davina, you're up next.
Do my
Alright,
best.
Try this. One more time.
That was solid. Yeah, with shield, man, you are very good.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
AC up to 23.
All right. So as you kind of kneel down and push forth this death healing energy.
Yeah, death healing.
Death is like, I guess we'll spare this one.
By the power of death, I command you to not die.
I command you to stay alive. Yes.
9.
Death's not ready.
9. All right. So you're back alive.
I am the messenger of death.
You see Kushagra over you, like pushing his hands.
Determine when you die.
Davina, like, yeah. Oh shit.
I reach out to grab Kushagra's face.
But like her whole thing, I love that.
Welcome to the land of the living.
I determine when you die. I love that.
And all been toothless.
That's awesome. Okay. So is that all you got, Davina? That was your action for that spell?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Can I
what he
just
had.
scavenge
Lucian, you're
around
up.
to see if I can get any?
Not at the moment.
I'm gonna channel Enter
That's some roll hammer
reach
shit.
forth and put on my shocking
Lucian.
Here,
Big pull guy move.
13.
For, sorry, what was it?
Shocking grasp.
Oh, God, yes, yeah.
For 7 points of light.
7 points of damage. So you step in and just kind of shock this
I
creature.
cannot take reaction, so I'm gonna just do a little dip dab, like 5 speeds back.
Okay.
Dip dab.
A dip dab?
Did that today?
It's a dip dab and a Timdell is up next. Holy fuck, man! I honestly thought I was gonna kill you guys when I rolled that and killed Timdell at the start. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah, she's back.
this is gonna go well.
There's no social implications to
back.
keep us from fighting this
I
time.
was ready to cast.
Well, you almost made it through with animal handling. It was just the one or two fails in the corner there.
It
was close.
To
It was close.
cast disregard.
But, you know, animals forced into a corner is a tough one.
Cast crabs.
In disengage?
No, lightning.
I cast crabs.
No, something else.
It's a whole bunch of crabs.
Lightning lure!
Lightning lure, okay.
Strength
Strength save. That is a 6 on the save.
Yeah.
So it's going
Yeah,
to take an attack of opportunity from Usk as well as it moves towards
And for myself?
So push it forth.
Oh, it's coming
not
this way.
from you because it's not moving away
Oh, true,
from
true,
you. But Usk will get a swing at it.
Get it.
And then roll me some damage as well. Oh my god, this might crush it.
Does not hit.
No? Usk laboring
I was
over
off- I
like
was off
it's been a
purpose.
tough day for you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I was off
And-
that, like
Actually, wait. Yesterday was a tough day.
Have my hand out, pull it towards me, grab it by its horn as well, and
Oh.
6 lightning damage.
6 lightning damage.
I love how much lightning damage is happening during this storm that's
Yeah.
raging
Ah,
above us.
true.
Like, it's so epic.
Okay, so it's still alive, but as it like zaps, you see its like back leg kick out on instinctually just from the
Yeah.
reflex. It like jolts out. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Barrett, you're up. You're alive. As you come to life again, and he falls down. It's fine.
He did.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
He's one dead wolfie.
I don't even know what
Well,
the
they're not
thing
wolves.
is. I'm gonna.
Dog, Diana.
You need yourself a
We do
nice
get a
dog.
dog, so I'm calling it
I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go in.
Okay, so half movement to stand, and then you have 15 left. So 5, 10, 15. Takes you right around there.
Can I see Usk?
Yeah.
I'm going to sing his praises and give him a bardic inspiration.
Usk, he's our man.
If you can do it.
And
Well, we're dead.
I'm gonna die.
Okay, so that's bonus action for that.
I'm gonna cast vicious mockery.
All right, it's a
You
wisdom
smell
again.
like wet Kushagra.
That is a 19 on the.
like that.
Is wisdom?
Wisdom.
19 on the save.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
does
So
not.
it just only hurt Kushagra.
You take the psychic damage.
Yeah, I always suspected it.
So hideous now. You take 1 point of emotional damage. It's your turn though.
My turn?
Yep.
So I can take an attack at Barrett, right?
You want to?
No, I'm gonna...
PvP begins now.
I'm gonna... Actually, let's see. Is he engaged in, like... In,
He's within 5
Within
feet
5
of
feet, okay.
Lucian and Timdell, but not
That's
Usk because he
turn-
moved out
that's-
of Usk.
But... Oh, yeah, I heard the beep.
Yeah.
But if I attack into melee, doesn't that impose disadvantage?
If you do what now?
If I attack into melee, like a...
No.
You have advantage on the
No,
attack.
it's a disadvantage if you're shooting someone who's prone.
Okay.
That's it.
Then I will...
I could probably just leave it unbanned, to be quite honest. And then I would never-
I'm gonna take my bow and I'm gonna come up behind Kushagra. I'm gonna come up behind Barrett. I'm gonna rest my
It's really
bow
not
on
bad.
his,
It's shooting now, it's kinda
on his
just
shoulder,
things there, that's fine.
like a gun. Just aim at the creature and be like, I heard you, filthy animal. And I'm gonna let one loose.
All right.
That's
love that.
at its eye.
Okay, roll me an attack roll. You're not sneaking, so it's
I'm
not
still
advantage.
Hate plus 7.
So
is,
15?
15.
15, yeah. So that's a hit.
Hit. Sneak attack.
You find this seam between like Lucian's
Double
legs.
ones, baby!
Wow.
Plus 5 is 7 points of piercing damage.
It's really hurt, but not dead. As it kind of.
How many threads would you say it's holding on to?
It's like limping. You see, like its paws bloodied up. It's got one leg up.
If we keep doing the
Usk, you're up.
minimum amount of
I'm
damage.
gonna
Oh, I suppose.
uncock my bow and
and every single one of my spells.
All right, Usk, you're up.
We've done the minimum amount of damage multiple
Gonna move
times.
up a little bit towards him.
Here we
Right
go.
back into swinging range.
Get her
Okay.
done, boy.
Come on.
Anyone don't want to eat them? Are you not allowed to eat them?
You only do one for short rest. Not quite.
Yeah,
One bite.
one bite.
One bite. Great axe.
I'm not.
5, 9.
Use that
The
guard inspiration.
misses from the
Use that
axe.
guard
Like
inspiration.
inspiration?
Now
Yeah,
is the
add
time
the
to do
d6.
it.
Oh no! Get that.
Ting. It's like almost like Usk, you don't. There's something in you that doesn't even want to kill this creature or something. You kind of.
He likes
Yeah.
his food alive.
It's the creature's turn. It has one more thing.
Kills
See, it's got 3 targets around it, so I'll just roll.
Burning
1,
hands.
2, 3. All right, Timdell, it's gonna snap at you. Sorry.
Bring it on, baby.
It's gonna snap at you for a 22 to hit,
Oh my god.
Yikes.
and for 8 piercing damage as it
She's down
That's exactly
just latches
what I
onto you,
was
and then just you see it. It's like pins her to the ground before like throwing her kind of lifeless body around for a moment, like a rag doll, and then like.
Garrett, no!
Remember,
Con save.
your spell slots.
Garrett is the last
Garrett's my last name.
I thought you said Garrett. I'm like, who the fuck is Garrett?
That's my boyfriend.
That's my boyfriend, Garrett.
He lives in a different school. I mean, goes to a different
He goes to a different school.
home.
He lives in Canada.
I
So
love that that's a thing here in Canada.
he lives in somewhere in Canada.
He lives in the America.
Yeah.
He lives in the America.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Can we be two of his cousins?
That's a 16.
We're okay,
You good?
but you're
I guess
unconscious.
not.
So, Davina, you're up. You see Timdell just get thrown
Holy
aside.
fire.
Her body like
Body.
spatters across the ground.
I'm still here.
It's just description. I'm sorry.
I have no spells left.
I have 1 left.
Oh, don't waste it on me.
I'm fine. I'm just dying.
Just being tossed around by this creature.
It's around all the time.
Tis, indeed.
I'll tell you all about it.
Do you ride the ride? I put a quarter in its ear and I'm riding the ride.
It's not very good.
I don't want all this rest. I don't want it. Grandpa Kushagra.
Grandpa Kushagra.
Grandpa Kushagra.
I just aged like 50 years and I have my teeth knocked out.
Oh,
Where you going, girly?
You're
Probably
we just need range.
Probably your distance away.
You are 35 feet away.
Perfect.
I am going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. Wisdom.
A ring, ding, dong.
Nat 20.
Ding, ding.
Yeah.
He don't hear nothing. Sorry.
Well,
Leave it up.
Just like it's in total feral survival mode. It is like
alright, well, I guess I'll stay running.
okay.
Yell at it. Yell singing words at it.
Simba, no!
Lucian, you're up.
Not even you, just yell at it.
Oh, Simba. Simba.
Don't be a scar.
Shocking grasp.
Shocking grasp.
16. Oh, sorry, 19.
Nice.
It hits.
68.
This could do it.
Just,
That's not enough. That's not enough.
Why? Why, Lucian? Why?
You just see this like, and it kind of like
This thing does not want to die.
really fucking
We
hurt.
just
Like
nickel and dime
you see it
it.
kind of like and blood dripping from its mouth. It's like holding one back leg up and the other front leg up. It's barely alive, but it's still alive.
Stand in front of it, in front of
Oh,
Timdell.
sorry. Hey,
How
you
did
knocked
that
me
not
over,
kill
man.
it? Like
I
honestly.
did. I know you is.
Timdell. Oh. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, sounds
I really need to work on that. I'm not used to it. I can't help but celebrate some things.
Yeah.
That was my first not failed death saving throw that I've
Oh,
made
it's
for
good to
you
know
guys.
that.
Yes.
It was on me.
So you can't go. So Barrett, you're up.
I'm gonna rush back over to Timdell and stabilize.
Okay, roll me a medicine check.
Train of stabilizing.
Well, yeah, it seems to be that way. Yeah. This is bloody.
Everybody who stabilizes goes down.
Medicine. Plus 1. 16.
Okay. You are no longer making death saving throws. You're not alive, but yeah.
I take off my cloak and I hold it to the wounds.
Blood is kind of like
All right.
seeping into the cloak a little bit. Cool.
I don't mind.
Kushagra, you're up again.
Yeah, I fling another arrow. My fourth
Oh,
arrow.
is stabilization my
It's an action. Yeah, so you have a bonus action.
I'm gonna use my I'm gonna give Kushagra Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
Do I get a pretty dice for it?
Yes.
You
Your
don't
little
want
pink
it.
one?
You don't want it.
Thank you. I might need
So
that.
as you line up,
Calculate.
It helped you the first time.
And I might need. Actually, no, it's a +7, so it's 16 to hit.
Nice, good job.
yes, it is.
Yeah. I know, I've been
Okay,
here.
but
I've
been
been
at
here.
13 all night, so.
Rules have changed.
Plus 10 armor, fucking plot armor. Wow.
Welcome to
3 plus 5 is 8 points of piercing damage.
Pretty good. You fire between you. This arrow seems to have eyes
Nice.
as it strikes into the creature like in its throat. And you see kind of.
I killed the thing! Did you see that?
It is down.
That's just because both of them for you.
What's that?
You kill both of them.
Many World Masters' Heart of Mora is recorded in Chibuktuk, in Mi'kmahi, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the Treaties of Peace and Friendship, which recognizes Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik title and establishes rules for what is to be an ongoing relationship between nations. We are all treaty people and proudly support working and cooperating together to create a peaceful community where we can all live our best adventure.